Hello and welcome to the Skies of ARDATHAS, our Tuesday night Dungeons & Dragons stream. This is episode 7. We're picking up exactly where we left off in episode 6. First of all, thank you so much to everybody for tearing yourselves away from Elden Ring to join us tonight. It was a big struggle for me, but we're here.
Sorry, what'd you say? I'm too busy playing Elden Ring.
Yeah. When last we left our heroes, let's see. Last session, everyone headed back to Stag Hollow from the Broken Tower and enjoyed some downtime there, and then immediately turned around and went back up into the woods and north towards the mountains to what they learned was Snake Ruin, and eventually discovered was actually a Sun Temple ruin. From there, they encountered a goblin who was fleeing from that direction, running for his life, and they learned that the Sun Temple ruin is overseen by a Styraxia, Queen of the Serpents. And there was a tenuous pact between Styraxia and Warlord Varkod in the west, where Varkod would provide Styraxia with goblins and hobgoblin captives in exchange for the use of that mountain pass through her territory. However, Styraxia apparently the deal went sour and she went rogue on this group that was going through the mountains. 2 goblins fled, one each in opposite directions. The party came across one, got that information from him, and then set him free. From there, they made their way to the Sun Temple ruin, where they discovered a number of things, multiple extremely lifelike statues of goblins and hobgoblins. They also discovered a mosaic piece of art that depicted some interesting iconography, and I'm sure that'll come up today or tonight after this battle. And then finally, they discovered a path down from the tower into a dungeon, a catacombs below. Oh, they also found a couple of pieces of a spell scroll. They found 2 of them up above, and then Squall found one of them as he was heading down the stairs down into the dungeon, and then they found the 4th piece inside the dungeon. They determined this was a spell scroll of greater restoration, so very useful spell. In the dungeon, they found some magic items, some coins, they fought some snakes, and they discovered a statue that was carved in the likeness of Celeste O'Leary. And they believe now that these statues are actually goblins, hobgoblins, and Celeste herself, having been petrified. After that, it would appear that Queen Styraxia returned, discovered that her dungeon had been discovered and was inhabited by interlopers, and so she animated those statues and sent them after them. And we are picking up in the middle of that combat after, I think, 4 rounds of that combat. It was 3 or 4. It was around there. But we have 2 of the goblins left. We have Celeste standing in an open sarcophagus as they're trying to get her down in there so they can keep anyone from damaging her, essentially. And then we have, as I described at the end of last session, the hissing of snakes and the sound of something large slithering down the stairs, which reminds me, Dave, why don't you go ahead and roll whatever your spike growth damage is, because Styraxia is going to be slithering right through it.
How many feet?
And remember, it's every 5 feet she takes.
Yeah.
And it's a 20-foot square, right?
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. Yeah. It's huge.
Give me 4 rolls of
and
that.
And it's difficult terrain.
Sure. 5, 10,
Nice.
17, 20. You see a humanoid creature, a monstrosity. She is humanoid from the waist up and snake from the waist down. A long green tail is what she moves about on. Her head is, of course, you all guessed it, adorned with dozens of hissing and biting snakes. She is a Medusa, and she has a short sword in her hand and a long bow on her back, and she is slithering down these stairs to get at you all. So now, you're not surprised. So at the start of each of your turns, you can determine if you know how this works, if you are averting your eyes or if you are not. If you are not averting your eyes, you have to make Constitution saving throws against the petrifying gaze. But if you are averting your eyes, you are treated as blinded, and that means all attacks that you make and all attacks against you, all attacks you make have disadvantage, and all attacks against you have advantage. So something to think about.
Do we know that though? Like,
yeah, that's what I was
are Medusas like a common enough thing that we've heard about them?
They're common. Okay, you've probably heard about them.
Okay.
But you've never encountered them before. The closest thing that Zephyr had, as we talked about in the last session, Zephyr knew about basilisks that could do this kind of thing. And it's probably the situation where when Zephyr sees Styraxia coming down the stairs, her mind's like, oh my god, of course, snakes. I didn't even think about it. Medusas, that sort of thing. Kagaran in chat is saying Gorgon. Yes, you're right. It is a Gorgon technically, but not
I was
D&D.
going to say something, but
has Zephyr seen Clash of the Titans?
Go get my robotic owl.
Yes.
Okay, so Styraxia is up first. Oh, I realized we're on the
map. Yeah, thank you.
Here I am staring at the right map, but I didn't.
I'm just like,
thank you, Justin, for the ping in Discord. All right, so she is going to slither her way down. She's going to stop here about 10 feet from Celsia. And then the snakes on her head, a couple of them rear back and spit a glob of poison at Celsia. So Celsia, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Constitution?
Everyone's favorite save.
Lame. 17.
17. You are not poisoned from that, and you are immune to that effect for the next 24 hours.
Oh, good. It just splatters against my shield, and I'm like,
yeah. Seeing that was ineffective, she's going to close the rest of the distance and then attack. And we're going to start. She's going to start by lashing out with her tail against you. And your AC is 20 or 18.
I don't think, is Shield of Faith still up? I don't remember when I cast it.
Unless you dropped it, it would still be up.
I definitely didn't drop it. Okay. I just don't remember when I cast it, is all.
I see.
When would you have cast it?
I don't remember.
I remember you casting it.
Yeah, I definitely
I
cast
thought
it.
that was several sessions ago. Whatever.
No. It's cast, like, I cast it last session. I just don't remember if it was, like, right at the start of this battle, or if it was, like, it's a bonus action. It probably was, yeah.
Sure. Yep. No, it's up. That's fine. But she does miss with her attack, so you are not constricted by her tail. And then she's going to proceed to stab with her short sword, and then her snake hair is going to bite at you. So 2 more attacks coming. The short sword misses as well, and the snake hair misses. So 3 misses all off the bat. Boom, boom, boom.
So I basically, like, I feel something slithering up, the tail, like, slithering up, and I, like, lift my leg, and then she starts, like, barraging me with her other attacks, and I just have my shield up, and I'm like, oh god.
All right. That is the end of her turn, so now it goes to Squall.
Help!
Somebody say Medusa.
You're not a spider, right?
Way. No, I'm not.
He's not right now.
I couldn't remember.
So do we know if her gaze is like in front of her, or is it like 360, or what? Do we know that?
I mean, D&D 5th edition doesn't naturally use facing, and nor do I. So it would be, as long as you can see her at the start of your turn, you have to determine if you're reverting.
If you can see her, she can see you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move to there.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. Stone Cursed Goblins are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll that damage.
It'll last a whole week.
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
Oh my god, where is my food?
Both of these Stone Cursed Goblins are bloodied now.
All right.
As that Tasha's Caustic Brew continues to eat away at their stony hides. This one's going to make an attack on Celsia. Oh no, I'm sorry. It had to dash. They both had to dash, so they do not get their attacks. That's their turns.
Cool.
So Aerashka is up next.
Let's see. I will give somebody some bardic inspiration. Um,
I might also suggest somebody should shut the lid on what's her name before she gets a chance to act.
she's sort of standing, however. That's
yeah,
the-
she needs to be knocked
Never mind.
prone first.
And then I guess I can do a readied action to shut the thing when she's prone.
Okay. Works for me.
Sure. That bardic inspiration is going to Celsia.
Yay, thank you.
And yeah, I'm not rolling for you. I was trying to make it show up, and it didn't do that.
Sure.
So,
all right. Well, Celeste of the Stone is going to attack Tig. Yep, because Aerashka, yeah, no one else is engaged. So just Tig. That's AC 17. That's a hit, but just for 5 slashing.
Cool.
Continuing to claw at the Warforged in front of her. And Irynyx is up. So Irynyx, you need to decide if you are averting gaze or not.
I don't know. I'm not quite buying the rationale that we would know to do so, so I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay. Yep. Con save.
Yep. Awesome. All right, so I'm now restrained.
You are restrained. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Case.
We are sitting on 3 inspiration as a reminder to everybody.
Yeah, better just start it now, I guess.
You're using one?
Yeah, I'll use one since you're telling me to. Yeah, see?
There you go. So you're not restrained.
I'm not restrained. Like I said, I wasn't. I don't know. This is very crowded. Okay. Let's. All right. I don't really understand this lore hold book working this way, but I do know this spell thanks to it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna level the cannon, and after a little bit of theory, this use. I don't know if that went through. 16 guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. A 16 misses, unfortunately.
Unbelievable. Okay.
well, the first roll was a 24.
It went through twice. Oh, so it did. Okay, I hit.
Oh,
use
is that?
I had to do it as a custom feat because the thing doesn't exist on Beyond. Okay.
That's where I got. You mean the item?
Yeah.
That's where. I got it
no. I meant like without us owning Strixhaven in the book. I did it as a feat, so it's got I guess several functionalities here.
We'll treat the 24. The 24 hits.
Wow, for 9 radiant.
Okay.
An advantage on the next attack at it.
You see that she is wearing a very ornate magical breastplate.
Wow.
Does it reflect radiant? So now we're
Yeah.
blinded. Now her gazes won't work on us.
I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Celsia.
Okay, I will. So Celsia recalls the tales that she has heard from her acting troupe, one of which perhaps involved a gorgon, and so she immediately shuts her eyes and starts flailing wildly in front of her with her sword. So that's an 8.
Ooh, that's a miss.
Technically, the 26 actually.
Yeah.
It's the crit.
Huh?
Because
No,
of the guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So you're
you
making
crit.
a natural attack.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Good catch on that.
That's okay. Well, then in that case, I smite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Why
okay,
can't
this
you
is
struck
gonna be.
something blind and was like, I smite?
Oh yeah.
That's how Scott went
That's
through
how
our
smiting
entire
works.
D&D
I feel the sword can make impact, and
Mhm.
as I do, I put like all of my faith and all of my my inspiration into this, and so it's 12 slashing,
Nice.
and
Mhm.
then I gotta find smite.
We have
So-
another D8 to roll as well.
Yeah.
For the
Why?
crit.
It
For the crit.
doesn't do critical automatically.
It doesn't.
Well,
Oh.
Because it
rolled
took a
it
I think it was an
disadvantage.
8, yeah.
Okay, so here's the smite 2d8, and then here's another 2d8 from smite,
Wow.
and then here's another 1d8 from the sword.
Okay.
Good lord.
20, 30,
36.
38. 36?
No, 38. You're right.
38, yeah.
So I
Wow.
just drive it like right into the Gargan's chest as I feel it connect.
Right. She's bloodied.
Hell yeah. And then still averting my gaze, I just gunk with my shield.
Oh, sure, the shove, yeah.
Yeah. I'll take disadvantage on this too, because that makes sense. 8. Probably not gonna cut it.
Oh no, yep, that did not work. She
Okay.
succeeded that.
Snakes are naturally cylindrical. It's hard for them to fall down.
It's not a weeble.
Loyal companions, avert your gaze.
Is that your turn?
Was it you
Yes.
or me?
I just yell that out.
Gigantic flare of bright white light.
At the end of Celsia's turns, Thyraxia is going to use a legendary action to move up to half of her movement without triggering opportunity attacks. So she's
Okay.
going to move 15 feet and put distance between her and Celsia. Tig, you're up.
Okay. I am going to attempt to knock this statue on its ass.
Don't hurt her.
I need to.
Like it needs to be said, but reckless attack.
Don't hurt her.
Oh,
Are you doing an attack or are you doing a shove?
Oh, yeah.
It would be the same roll. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, you don't.
But you wouldn't do a reckless if it were a shove.
Yeah.
But you still have advantage on it, so.
Yeah. Well, I already rolled for the unarmed strike, so
Okay.
yeah.
Well, if that's an attack, that's a miss.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's it for me.
Oh man, D&D before multi-attack is rough. All right, Zephyr.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Aerashka's like, I've got the cover. I've got the cover. I've got the cover. I've got the cover.
Let's see. One question, because a lot of spells specify it's someone you can see. So if you avert your gaze, does that mean you can't?
Yeah, if you're blinded,
Correct.
you can't.
Okay.
Blind. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon then, because that does not specify about
There you
seeing at
go.
all. It's just anything. It can just appear within range. So I will put it like right there, behind her.
Okay.
And let's cast that thing. Okay. Did it go through? Okay. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Cool. 11 damage.
Okay.
And then let's see.
Oh my god.
Okay. Can't do Toll of the Dead because I'll be able to see.
Mhm.
That might be it then, I guess. Let's see, do I have any other bonuses I can do? Probably not.
Can you hit the goblin?
That's true. Yeah, can I see it from where I am, like around the
You'd
corner?
be able to see it.
If
Yeah.
I peek my head past Irynyx's shoulder. Okay, I will toll the
Oh, sure.
on
That
the
old chest
on the
slot.
goblin. That's my favorite combo.
It's a good one. All right. That's a wisdom save. DC what? Oh, thank you. 14.
Yeah, 14.
It failed. So it
Okay,
takes
9
holy
damage.
crap, 9. It collapses.
Cool.
Okay.
I think I'm in a fairly decent position. I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay.
There are 2 people wrestling with the stone automaton right behind you. But
That seems very much like a them problem.
All right.
That wasn't in my cleric job description, wrestling stone statues.
yeah,
All right. Well, Styraxia, not wanting to approach Celsia anymore, comes around the corner and sees Squall. And she's like, well, that's just as good of a target.
Is it?
It's a very squishy target.
So she is also going to lead with her tail. Try and constrict Squall. Oh, yeah. That's a hit. For 7 bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled.
Again with this, really?
Yeah, again, I'm doing it as many different ways as I can, but I'm gonna grapple you whether you like it or not. Until the grapple ends, you are restrained. But she cannot do this to a second target while she has you. But now she makes her attacks with advantage. So here comes a short sword. That's a hit. For 5 piercing. And then her snake hairs. That's a hit. I need a Constitution saving throw, please, Squall.
That's the sound the snakes make when they chomp.
Okay, so you're going to take 5 piercing. You're going to take full poison damage, but it's not a whole lot. 12 poison.
Did you just say it's not a whole lot and said 12?
And that is her turn. So now, Squall, it's your turn.
Oh boy, my favorite.
You all hear the sound of probably a screech from Styraxia, and then I would guess a bunch of expletives from Squall down the hall.
Son of a bitch. So if a spell doesn't say it needs line of sight or to be able to see the target, and it's a save DC instead of attack roll, I don't have to.
Correct.
you need to be able to. If it says you need to pick a point you can see, then you have to be able to see the point. But other than that, yeah.
Like what spell?
Grasping Roots just as it moves them in a direction of my choice.
Huh.
Can you link the spell? You're probably right. You probably don't. Trying to grab a larger, smaller target. Target makes a save. On a success, on a failure. Yeah, I'm fine with that. You know where she is, so
I
yeah.
definitely know where she fucking is.
All right, so she needs to make a strength saving throw. DC 14. That's such a good spell.
Is this a original spell? What is this spell? What it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's from the Genasi stuff, right?
The
or
druid,
just like
the druid stone.
yeah.
Well, she failed her save.
Nice.
So you are no longer restrained, and she's moved 20 feet in a direction of your choice.
Can I throw her up back into the spike grove?
Not that far, because you put that at the top of the stairs, and she's only going 20 feet.
Okay.
But you can, suddenly she slides back into the room with Celsia.
It's just this massive line just come erupting out of this corridor and like dump her at the top of the stairs. And I fucking run. 1, 2, 3. Back up here.
Nice.
Good dick.
All right, the goblin's turn. He's going to dash again. And he engages with Aerashka. Oh, he's poisoned.
I say no.
Aerashka.
He might melt. 2.
Oh, 2. Okay, he's still up.
Oh, wow. Well,
Okie. Well, I had things. We're still all right. Tig, you're doing okay there. You aren't bloodied yet, so what I will do is I will do a healing word on our friend. Bonus action. Oh, that's too late, isn't it? I just did that.
for what?
Oh, I was gonna hit. Oh, yeah, that sort of ruined other things that I was gonna do. That's cool.
Okay.
Because that's all of my bonus actions, and so I guess I will once again ready a thing to close
Oh.
the thing.
Well, Squall, you take 7 hit points back at least.
What? Yeah, he
You
does
healed
heal.
Squall.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Great.
All right,
Thank you.
and then you ready to...
I'm gonna close this thing.
All right. She's going to swing at Tig again.
Yep.
That's another hit. This time for 10 slashing.
Out of character, like, why don't we use the scroll on her?
None of us know about it
Yeah.
except
I
for
know,
2
that's what I'm
people that
saying,
are
out of
running around
character.
doing other things.
Out of
we're
character,
kind of
why
feeling-
are we not
Tefka
using
has
the
the
scroll?
whole scroll now.
Huh?
Tefka has the whole scroll now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kind of fighting a Medusa. Plus, if she
Right,
got
she can
paralyzed,
help.
if
She's like a high-level paladin.
she failed a DC to not get petrified that like we're contending with right now. I'm just like I don't
Okay,
know.
you're right.
Like,
She's
just
trash.
more.
Let's go.
There's just more immediate stuff going on. I
Well, it's your turn, Irynyx, so...
yeah.
Yep, stuff so immediate, you're immediately jumping on it, aren't you?
All right.
Oh.
I can just go if you like. Well, I guess object interaction to extract 4 pieces of a scroll from my pocket.
Yep.
I will just stuff these into, sorry, Zephyr's hands. Go do something with her. On save.
Celsia is still
Are you
flailing
fucking
wildly.
kidding me? Oh my god.
Oof.
Wow. Well,
You like those 7s.
yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. Well, probably better that we don't need another Bardic or another Scroll of Greater Restoration.
I mean, I think so.
20.
There
yeah.
you go.
Whew.
I
Alright,
need a
another-
disadvantage on this save that I'm pretty solid on against something that's pretty.
Oh, wow.
low.
Yeah, you are +4. Look at that.
Yeah. All right. I am going to go ahead and load up one of my faves. Wrathful Smite, bonus action, and the cannon attack. Separate. Where are we? There we go. 17.
17 hits.
All right. So she needs a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay. She failed.
Okay, she's afraid of me and cannot come closer.
Jason, back up into the spike grove.
I can go closer to her. That's not how a
Yep.
fear works.
Oh.
Unfortunately, there's multiple avenues of escape, right? Or at least of getting away. How much
Mhm.
damage from that?
The cannon is 5 and then 3 from the smite for psychic. Yeah.
All right.
Are you still bloody, Dave?
By 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 points. So not that far.
Okay.
All of the snakes in her hair at the same time recoil from Irynyx.
All the snakes
Mhm.
clutch their pearls.
Yeah. Let's just back up into this corner.
Okay. Celsia.
Eyes uneasily going to Celeste.
Okay. So, let's see. Fighting blind is going to be difficult, despite my earlier crit. I
Do it
think
again. What are you talking
do-
about? Just do it again.
Oh, yeah?
220s. Come on.
That easy? Well, I was going to go around and flank her, but then you pushed her back and ran away.
I
mean,
had
he took a lot
7
of
hit
damage.
points
She's
left.
under the staircase right now? Is that...
She would be.
So do I have line of sight to her?
I would say you'd be able to see her. She just has cover. So if
Has
you're doing a
she
range
said
attack,
anything? Or she just came down and
I think
started
it's a lot
swinging?
you
In
don't
all
speak
fairness,
snake,
we-
unfortunately. So
We did invade her house, so
Invade is a strong word.
yes, it is.
This is also a bit of
no,
a stretch. So.
She hasn't said
Well,
anything.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... So I like briefly open up my eyes just enough to see like I'm swinging wildly and I hit nothing. So I'm like, oh. And then I see kind of that she's back there. So I put my shield in front of me and I just back up to here.
Mhm.
And I'm going to ready an action that if she starts attacking me, like from melee range, I'm going to attack back.
Okay, great.
Because that's the only like logical way I can think to know she's right in front of me is like
Sure.
when I'm getting pummeled.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right, Tig.
Just blocking that doorway.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to shove her into the sarcophagus.
Nice.
So
There
well,
we
that could have been with advantage, but well. Yeah, so
Okay.
22.
The 22 is successful, so she falls
Oof.
prone.
My ready to action triggers. Yay.
So Aerashka drops the stone lid on the sarcophagus, trapping the statue of Celeste Illyria within.
Okay. So with that, I'm going to take my move and shove my way into the other room here. Oh, actually, no, I can get into. Yep.
All right. Zephyr.
Okay, so she's trapped in there now. I'm going to, in that case, let's just Toll the Dead this one to try to get it off
Sure.
the map, hopefully.
The map.
Get it off the map. Remove it from existence, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
It failed.
Okay, just 4 damage.
It's still up.
Ian, I mean, really.
You bleed heavily in its direction and it falls down.
It's still covered in acid, so
That's
Yeah.
No, it's not.
it's worn off now.
Well, I had to drop it to smite.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as my bonus, the spiritual weapon's kind of gonna float past Tig, float
Tig.
right over, right next to the Snake Queen, and do an attack.
Tig sees like a spectral spear just come through him, and he's like, "Ah!"
Just a 10 to hit though.
And misses.
So in that case, I think I will. Yeah, let's move up in the goblin's face at least, so as another target.
Okay.
That's me.
At the end of Zephyr's turn, Styrax is going to use her legendary action to slither away from Tig, so no opportunity attacks. And then on her turn, she's actually going to go only this far. She's going to use her bonus action to do the poison spray on Tig, so I need a con saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't do advantage again, but yeah, it works.
You're good either way. And then she will retreat further. 15
Running
feet.
away, Harper.
And I think
I mean,
Yeah,
she
she's-
really can't see Irynyx from there, right? Isn't fear sight-based?
it is.
The effects of
You,
Yes.
you don't have disadvantage if you can't see the thing you're afraid of.
Correct.
Mhm.
You're still
But
scared of Tefka. She just
more than that, I
Huh.
think she just doesn't want to get killed, and so she's going to slam that door
Mhm.
and finish her movement, and then she's going to take the dash action.
Uh-huh.
What?
So Squall, it's your turn.
What is this
So-
fuckery?
Do you? Well, she's clearly disengaging herself.
She's
So now
hurt and
it's-
outnumbered.
Yeah,
I want XP.
and scared on top of it all. And
Right.
I want XP. I'm going to put it this way. Other than the goblin,
Mhm.
if none of you choose to pursue her, we will drop initiative after that goblin is taken care of.
I am going to cast Produce Flame on the goblin then.
I always forget if that's a save. No, it's an attack. That's a hit.
Fuck me.
Hanging on a
He's
Been
scorched,
stabbed,
burned.
shot, burned, breathed on wrong.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Lamenting my life choices? Yeah, I'm done.
All right. The goblin is going to attack Zephyr, according to my die roll. And here comes the swipe. That's a hit for 9 slashing.
Ouch! Strong for a goblin.
And
Palpable hit.
Use me to
then
rock.
it's Aerashka's turn.
Ian, what's your yellow dot for? I'm trying to remember.
Dude, I don't
Sunny
remember either,
disposition.
actually.
Any disposition?
I don't
Alright.
remember either. Were you concentrating? I usually do purple for concentration. I don't know. Let's
I
just.
don't think so, no.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've got a whole lot of awesome things to do, and by a whole lot of awesome, I mean nothing. So I will.
That word really does mean something different in the Underdark.
Yeah, wait,
It's a regional thing.
Oh, yeah, sure. I know it's like underground, but I didn't realize everything was backwards, like upside down.
Mhm.
I am going to
That is right.
take
there.
an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
All that
Sure.
work Zephyr did to keep you safe, and you throw it in the
Wait,
bin.
no. Where are you, Aerashka? Oh, that's
15.
a hit.
Okay.
15. Oh, 15.
15 AC.
That's a miss. I have 14
Yeah.
written down.
Studded leather doing work.
That's right. And I will give a heal to this fine fellow.
Yay.
The spiritual weapon has
Thank
done
you.
a lot of work, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could use the HP.
And then as my bonus action, I will I'll figure out what my next tale is, or what my next foresight is, or whatever I want to call it.
Sure. Gosh. Oh no, it's Irynyx. We'll just go right to Irynyx. I was gonna say, man, no one's holding that coffin lid down, but I'm not gonna do that to you guys.
I don't know. Is she struggling to get out or anything?
You hear banging on the inside, but the lid has not been
Alright.
lifted as of yet.
Mm-hmm. Lean to the lift, please. Oh God, 12.
12 misses, unfortunately.
All right.
This goblin has 9
Hearing
lives.
bolt
Celsia.
shoulder.
Somebody of errors.
We should take this, just get a chain and just take it along. It's clearly the best tank in the game.
You're on mute, Max. Oh.
Max, you're muted, so we can't hear you.
Oh. I knew that. That was a test of my mute function on my microphone. It works.
Oh, good.
So she doesn't know where the Gorgon went, so she's just kind of like, she opens her eyes and is like, huh? Turns around, sees the goblin fighting Zephyr, and runs over to help.
Right.
So attack. That's a 22.
Wow, that hits.
And that's 8 damage.
And it goes down.
Oh.
Tanky.
You want to go get hit again?
Yeah, sure.
She just gives it a nice, like, she doesn't have a lot of room to swing with Zephyr in the way, so she just kind of like jabs. And the goblin like falls backwards, and Celsia's like, what's going on?
All right.
Where did Celeste go?
And you hear this banging
What's
from
in
the
the box?
sarcophagus behind you.
Tigger looks like he's ready to rush at the door and just run right through it, but he kind of catches himself as he gears up to run. And
Aerashka's not stopping him. Aerashka's not stopping him.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's that. If you want to stay in initiative, let's do it.
So I want to Tig. He's trying to fight his violent urges, and he calms down. At least for now.
All right. So other than the banging in the sarcophagus, the dungeon goes quiet once again. What are you guys doing?
What do we do?
Is there any?
I imagine, since like I have lesser restoration prepped, so I'm imagining in my head, like looking at the scroll, like I would kind of know what this does.
Yeah, it's the Snyder Cut version of Lesser Restoration.
Yeah. It's the souped up version.
Yes. Yeah, so you would, you'd totally get it. You would know what this spell is. Casting a spell from a spell scroll requires a check with the DC equal to 10 plus the spell's level.
Oh, fuck.
And
What kind of a check is it?
Well, yeah, it's just an ability.
It's whatever my spellcasting
Spellcasting,
ability
yep.
is.
Yeah, it's just.
Can that be guidanced?
It's an ability check, I think. Yeah.
It's also a non. It's a generic ability check, so it does also get jack of all trades, I think.
oh wow. So
I
rogues
believe
are
so,
the
like,
best,
if-
or
I thought
I were
Jack of all
casting?
trades was only skills.
Yeah.
It's anything you're not proficient in.
Wow.
So
greater restoration. So casting, it's a DC 15 because it's a 5th level
Mhm.
spell.
We've got one inspiration left, Ian. Don't fuck it up.
Also, you have to be able to touch your target.
Oh.
Oh, good.
What about
we
the
just-
the properties of transference touching the box our target is in?
Yeah.
well, then that would turn the restore the
Restore
light
the
to
box to a lump of stone!
It's now a flesh box.
Uncarved stone! It's completely solid, just traps are inside!
It just turns into like a flesh, like.
Just pure horror.
like
Kill me now.
Celsia's got her hands on the lid, like pushing it down, and she's like, "Sorry. Can anyone? So someone."
I think with this, I can actually fix it. I can try at least, but
What? Are you serious?
well, I think so. But we're just gonna have to time this right. If just lift it up at the right moment and to reach my hand in.
Okay. Everybody else back up.
I'm guidanced and all that jazz. So
It's the
I'll
gotcha
draw her
bar!
attention.
It's the
Everybody back
gotcha
up.
bar! Put your hand in the box.
Yep.
Okay, so guidance is on you now, Zephyr.
Yep. And then I'm gonna put my hand into the Gamja bar.
No, the Gamja bar is the needle. You're
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
this is
shit.
just the pain box. Yeah.
So
but I
wait.
appreciate the joke.
This is what we do. This is what we do. Someone else, like Tig, opens the sarcophagus. I get her attention, and as she's like climbing out, then you do the thing.
Okay. Just straight up wisdom, I guess. Oh, okay.
Oh, whew,
20.
look at that. All right.
I'm just gonna roll my d4 just to flex. Okay.
Yeah,
20.
just do it. We'll treat it as a negative. No, I'm kidding. All right, so yeah, it would still so Tig slides the lid back on the sarcophagus, and the stone statue starts to climb out, and
I
Zephyr.
start like banging my sword against my shield, like come on, come get me.
Zephyr, you cast the spell, and the magic from the scroll wilts away, and the pieces of paper fall to your feet. And slowly you see Celestial Lyria change from a stone statue back into her normal self. The stone seems to like chip and fall away from her, essentially, like almost like it was, a shell.
Mm-hmm.
And she like her eyes. It takes her a moment before she realizes what she's looking at, and then she falls backwards back into the sarcophagus and lands on her backside. And she's looking around, and she's like,
Good morning.
We slowly put the
she's
cover
not like
back
the Maury
on.
Tig is. Yeah,
Yeah,
put the cover back on.
That was good.
She does the Donald Duck
Just
meme,
slowly
like
cover.
pulls the sarcophagus lid back over her
5
head.
more minutes.
And she's like, what happened?
Lady O'Lyria? Are you okay?
She's like, I don't know. I think so. Who are you?
I'm no one of consequence. She like looks at Tig and Zephyr for help. She looks
Tig just kind of
very,
shrugs.
she, like diminishes. Like
We're just trying to. Well, we just came here to these ruins to find some answers, and we found you here. And thankfully, we were able to bring you back. You were turned to stone.
And she looks around a little bit, and she's like, yes, I think I remember now. Wow. Thank you. Had you not happened upon here, I would have been, well, this would have been my fate. And she looks at Celsia. She's like, well, you are certainly of the utmost consequence to me. And she'll stand up.
Celsia's like heart shatters into 1,000 pieces and then reforges, and she says, I should go check on the thing. Is the creature is still She backs up and leaves.
She stands up and she's like, well, I'm Celestial Lyria, and who might you all be?
I'm big.
Zephyr.
We're the Order of the Sit now.
Yeah, we need that name.
She's like, I trust that whatever did this to me has been dispatched.
Chased off.
We were saving that for
it
you.
Escaped. It seemed like it was hurt, but it ran off, so it's still in here somewhere.
Good. She's like, well, then we shouldn't tarry, I don't think.
We haven't been in this room over here.
That's true.
In fact, Aerashka is probably looking at that door right now.
Yeah.
Continue our home invasion.
Did you come with anyone else or just by yourself?
She's like, no, I was on my own.
Okay. I asked because we found other people in similar states turned to stone, so.
Really?
Bunch of hogs.
Were you able to save them as well?
Unfortunately, it's beyond my power. I was only able to help you because we found the knowledge on this paper here, which I think is now probably just like crumbled to dust in my hands. Hopefully,
She's
I
like,
can
well-
learn this power myself one day.
She's like, well, I regret that saving me came at the cost of leaving others to such a fate, but you have my gratitude.
The other ones look really old. I think we're fine.
While this discussion is continuing, Celsia is just pacing back and forth out here, muttering to herself, trying to like.
I'll give Celeste some water, and I imagine probably pretty thirsty after being stuck as stone. And then I'll. Why don't you meet the rest of us?
Everything
and
has
I'll,
a chalky aftertaste.
you never quite get that taste out of your mouth. I'll lead her over.
She walks out kind of stiffly and looks everyone over. Whoops. Yeah. And she's like, you and your company have my deepest thanks. She's like, if ever there is anything that I can do to repay you for this, she's like, I am in your debt. I owe you my life.
Repay us?
I nudged Celsia.
What?
Actually, she could be
She
pretty
just
helpful.
like glances at you like what?
I give you the shush eyes.
Because yeah, if we're having problems with the Fulcrum, she would be a good ally.
Wait, are the Order of the
Do you
Seven
say-
linked with them?
No,
It's like
not
an
exactly.
independent order,
Yeah.
faction.
Oh, okay.
Do you
Lady.
say that out loud, Justin? Or in character, rather?
He's in another room.
Sure. Yeah, you basically hear
Oh.
the muscling around with the other room, and I'm like, I hear that she's offering aid, and I'll be like, we could possibly use some help.
What
Okay.
brought you to the mountains?
She's like, I sought to get over them. He's like, my destination lied to the west, and this was the most direct route.
Rock knock, right?
Correct, yes.
Who's there?
My lady. That's amazing.
Well done.
Why were you headed there? If I
She's
may
like-
be so bold as to ask.
She goes, well, there's a warlord in charge of Rocknock, a hobgoblin, who has been sending his forces further and further south and east into the rest of Corwin. She's like, I sought to end that problem before it came much further. She's like, but I guess I was a little overconfident, I think. She's like, I'm sorry. I would very much like to get some fresh air. I'm going to head
Imagine.
up and out and think about where to go from here. And she looks at where Aerashka went to and sees that she's like digging around it out of the room. She's like, I suppose I'll see you all up there when you're done.
Yes.
Do you need someone to go with you up there?
Are there more up there? Are there?
We didn't see any, but it's possible.
She's like, well, maybe I'll wait down here then until you're finished.
Anything interesting about those jars or urns or whatever they are?
They've got arms
nah.
and they come to life.
No, they don't look interesting to you.
I walk over to Squall and I say, what do you hear her in there? What do we do? Do we just leave her?
Yeah.
Okay. But we should
Well,
tell people to avoid this place.
I mean,
if I'm honest, I'm tempted to stuff a rag under the door and set fire to it when we leave.
Oof. As
I
soon
mean-
as we leave.
I'm trying to remember. Did we open these chests down here?
Yep. So you open
Okay.
the other chests in the room. I think Aerashka just got the last one
Okay.
that you've seen. So
yeah, I think I've got everything added up here, at least coin wise. So,
But we can't
but
just...
yeah, Zephyr, you were the one that wanted us to come here specifically. Was there a reason? You said that there might be something associated with the. Oh my goodness!
Clearly, Zephyr's vision was meant for us to save the Paladin.
With the Lost Civilization, who I'm looking up the name right now. I thought we might find something. I mean, we did find something important, which is upstairs. There seemed to be. It almost looked like a map to me, to maybe other temples associated with the moon, and that's what I'm really looking for. So we at least have that, but I was hoping we would find something related to the what's going on, what's been happening with the lay bridges. Did we someone went into this room up there. She fled,
Earlier,
right?
yeah.
So we pretty much searched everything. Okay.
This house is
The reason why I'm asking is, if this place is important to you, do you want that thing in this place?
Well, it's not so much this place is important to me as that the answers I can find here, but I don't know. I am a little worried. You've a snake queen, a day's journey away from a village.
oh, it's like 3 days, but
Okay, 3 days away. I mean,
Well, it hasn't happened before.
True.
Put up a sign outside so nobody wanders in here, and I think it's okay.
I don't know.
I mean, do we? I'll ask Celeste. Do you know anything of this creature, or you just happened upon it?
she's like, I only heard stories. And she goes, since it was on my way, I figured it would be worth investigating. And she's like, obviously, I let my guard down when I shouldn't have.
What
Can
do you
she
think
be
we should do? Because you're more experienced in this than we are. Should we leave it here?
This pass is not used, and honestly, since the fortress of Rocknock was taken, or rather, when it fell, and then was claimed by the warlord Varkod, there was no reason to use this pass. So she's like, there would be one less evil in the world were this thing removed, but I don't know how much of a danger it poses to the surrounding villages.
Celsia takes a
if
step
Stag
forward.
Hollow hasn't had any report, no one said anything to Stag Hollow about people being turned to stone or going missing, so I don't think she's
Right.
reached
No.
that far.
And the
Yeah.
Hobbs have been around for a while, so clearly she's been here for a while. I don't think that she poses any threat.
Do you think she can be reasoned with?
No.
Or is she, as you say, a being of evil?
We can ask. Hey, Snake Queen.
She's like,
Yeah.
if reasoning is something you seek, then she would be the one to ask. She's like, I don't know. The monstrosities that I deal with normally, there's no room for reason.
Yeah, where I come from, if it's a threat, we deal with it.
Sometimes the way to deal with it is to talk to it.
My lady,
We only
You
have so
don't-
many lives that we can give up to that, though.
Celsia's like kind of below on the staircase. She's like a little bit higher up, and she kind of kneels and says, "You don't know me, but I know you. I know of all the stories. I've heard all the tales of your heroism and your deeds, and I have modeled myself to be like you as much as I can. You are my hero, and you've taught me that actions speak louder than words, and that deeds of heroism can ripple throughout the land and become greater than even the single act. If this thing is a threat, and it certainly was to you." She turns to Tig and she says, "Blindfold me."
What is happening?
No.
Then I'll find someone who will. Squall?
No.
We chased her off. She
And
knows
yet
that
she
we could kill her.
persists.
No, she didn't. She ran
What?
away.
What do you think will happen when we leave?
The same thing that's clearly been happening for a while. She'll stay here.
And perhaps the next innocent who steps into this temple seeking refuge or seeking passage
Put
will
a
be
sign
turned
up.
to stone.
Warn people away.
I don't know if I can accept that. I do not want others to hear the heroic tale of the knight who let the terror live.
So it's heroic to kill something that is wounded and scared and running away. That's heroism to you?
I don't know.
It is survival to me.
Do we know this creature is evil? I mean, we're just saying it is. Do we know?
All I know is that it's a threat. We saw the statues. It is indiscriminate.
Not
I mean,
a threat to us anymore.
A threat's not the same as evil. A wild bear can be a threat. Doesn't mean evil.
Exactly. So you kill the bear.
I mean, right, okay, hold on. No, I'm too stupid to suggest this. I'm going upstairs.
I will take my.
Celeste would interject at this point and say, perhaps what we need is to get out of this hole, get some fresh air, and have some rest and discuss this. She's like, I only know of the one way in. That's true?
That's all we found.
She's like, then this thing isn't going anywhere as long as we're up there.
I think that's wise.
Okay. So she would head up, assuming everyone else would follow.
Nick, I don't know if you noticed, but like while the restoration was going on, I was trying to like wedge the door to to make it more difficult to open. So was that fine, or do I need to check? Or
nope, that's good. You're confident that it may not stop her from leaving, but you would definitely hear it very easily.
Okay, right, that's fine then.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
and,
said there's a map upstairs. Says Squall, like clapping his hands.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone heads upstairs, assuming. I guess we'll find out later. But we're going to take our break here, and we'll be back in about 15-ish minutes. So sit tight. We'll see you then. Minutes?
15 mittens.
And we're back. Thanks so much for sitting tight. Ian will be joining us when he is able. But before then, everyone from the Sun Temple ruins made their way back upstairs to the exterior, and are now taking. We can treat this as a short rest.
I wanted
as
to look
everyone...
at the map though, because I didn't
Oh,
know.
sure.
I didn't, like, Squall was too busy running off and being a wolf spider to notice that we found a map.
Yeah,
was
I
now
actually made a
intrigued.
copy of it as well, so that is in my
Okay, then I
inventory.
will. So I just want to check, Nick, because like there's like looking at the handout in the Roll20.
Yeah.
Wait, where is it?
It's called Snake Ruin Mosaic.
So is
Oh,
it
we
is
got
it
an
set
actual
up like
handout?
is it set up like the when you say mosaic? So it is these like colored tiles. So can I like?
Yeah.
I'm guessing the blue stuff is like a lake and a river. Can Squall make that? Has he got any other maps that like would be in a similar style or?
Probably not in a similar style, because all your maps, they're not really like, they're not mosaic tiles, they're
Right.
parchment. But yeah, you can easily tell. Squall would be able to very easily tell that these are, like you said, lakes and rivers. There's mountains for sure on there, and then these are depicting 3 important locations.
Right, but what
one
is
of
the
which
purple lines? Because it's not a road because it goes through a lake.
correct.
Oh, are they like old ley lines?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So.
So, yeah, I'm not. I'll let you
Yeah,
guys come to it.
Neither confirm nor deny.
Right.
Well, Squall will point that out. Like he's got some old map that's like barely legible, where he's like drawn over the ley lines like 900 times, and everything else is completely faded. That he thinks that those are not ley bridges, but still paths of magical current.
Right.
Which means we're at a cross section, right? If that's us, the Sun Temple.
We have Arbon Lake over on the southwest east.
Oh yeah, we can look at that.
Southwest.
Wait, that doesn't match up though, does it?
Who knows how old these
What are we looking at?
The Snake
The
Ruin
Snake
Mosaic map.
Ruin Mosaic.
Oh, yes. Huh.
Like the river that,
and-
like where Stag Hollow is, isn't really reflected on this map.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. There's a blue line, like right from
Yeah, but there's no
the Sun
like
Temple to
like-
the lake.
Like I guess that the Arlingmont River, like, but this looks like the Arlingmont River is 2 separate things on the mosaic map.
Oh, you know what?
Correct, yeah.
You know what I
Kinda
bet
looks like-
you?
What?
I bet you. Okay, take a look at
Yeah.
the world map.
Yeah,
I
the
bet
blue triangle at the bottom is actually the missing part right next to Highfell, at least in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
I think the like trapezohedron shaped whatever is actually these like series of lakes on our map, and it's just dried up a bit. Like where
'cause those-
Greenwood is.
Yeah, these two are like, yeah, Greenwood would be like,
This was the
That would
center
make
of
sense.
that lake. Is like
Gotcha.
right here.
I
And
was
then
gonna
like
say,
down here where Highfell is or like right here rather. This used to be a lake too, if you look at this map that way.
oh, that's right, yeah. So that's like cliff, right? Because it's when
Yeah,
the island lifted
so the
up. So
moon-
it used to be a.
So theoretically, if I'm right, the Moon Temple would be like here.
or at Starling Estate.
No,
Oh.
that would be in the middle of the water.
Well, like if
Also
we're
not going
pretending,
there.
yeah. Remember, these are tiles. They don't work like
Yeah.
hexes. So
I know, but like if you think of this here, let me draw it. If you think
yeah,
of
I mean,
this,
we could also draw in that
but look, like, isn't this, you know what I mean?
Oh
and
yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
2 lines coming down, one more coming this way. That's just like the, and then if you consider that this used to be water, that's what we're looking at.
Right.
fine.
That's my theory.
I just
of
wanted to go to
character,
Starling
I mean,
Estate and
in
have
character.
a fun little interaction there.
So that would
Uh-oh.
put the upside down crescent moon here, right? Roughly here.
Right, yeah, in the middle of
That's
those.
about what-
Or maybe it's this.
Hmm.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's a bit far.
Someone's putting.
I have the icons here. So
Yeah.
I see.
I'm gonna have you guys place where you think they are. I'm gonna give control of these to all
Oh, that's
players.
really cool.
You son of a bitch.
I put the Sun Temple one for you
Thanks.
because you all pretty much agree that that's where you think that is.
Well, that's where
At
I
least
think it
that's
is. I don't know if
what
everyone
they-
agrees with that.
Oh.
I think
Yeah,
this one
I
is
think that's
either.
right.
I think this one might be here. I think that was right. Where
Yeah.
where Kate's put it?
Yeah.
Could be.
You know,
It's just south of the mountains.
or just in like maybe 2 to the left.
Yeah, it's either
Oh, I
there
know.
or like here.
So you got the mountains, right? The mountains are popping out here.
Right. So maybe it's
And
here.
so it has to be underneath the mountains. No, I think I'm starting to agree that it's probably right in this area. I think you're
Cool.
right.
Might be too stretched out. I don't know. I don't know how to scale these tiles are, but
Yeah.
that's just
Oh,
a
it's
guess.
clearly not,
Especially,
like,
especially with this
one
being
for
a
one, right?
clearing. That's just the reasoning for that.
So you think the purple lines are ley lines?
Yeah.
They would be ancient ley lines back when this place was still on the ground.
Makes sense.
Yeah, before the enragement.
At least
Oh, so
that-
they might have been broken. Womp womp.
Can they break? What actually is a ley line?
It is a connection between two points.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know how in a connect the dots you have numbers that you connect with lines?
Yeah, it's a line.
but we don't know
Yeah.
where. Actually, we don't know where they terminate at, right? On the mosaic map, so they could still be intact
like,
because
I'm
it
trying to
doesn't.
delete
None of those lines go through where we now see a cliff. So like
Yeah.
the ley line that's on the top Crescent Moon temple could like terminate down like south of Moonvow,
Mm.
and the other one could go directly through Moonvow.
Ley lines don't terminate.
They might. Well, they do now. Now that there's fucking cliff and sky in the way.
Yep, is true.
So while this discussion is
So,
happening,
yeah, this is relevant to Zephyr, and Zephyr isn't hit. Like Zephyr is
I know
rebooting.
that's
oh yeah, oh that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so shifting gears, and then when Zephyr comes back, we
Yeah.
can talk about all that
Mhm.
again. Celsia, or currently Violet, will inch over to where Lady Illyria is, and
Okay.
just say, sorry, I'm somewhat new to this. Do you think we did the right thing?
She kind of sighs and shrugs a little bit, and she goes, sometimes it's difficult to tell in the moment if your actions are the correct actions, and sometimes there are no correct actions. She's like, that's what I've learned.
But you always
All I
know,
can say,
you always know the right thing to do. You always do what's
Well-
right and uphold justice and defend the innocent.
I certainly try, but even someone like me has their moments of doubt and uncertainty.
What do you do when that happens?
Go with my gut.
Your gut.
Choice has to be made, and I if it comes to me, I make it best way that I can. I'll put it this way, though. If you lot hadn't showed up at all, I would still be down there. And throughout all of my travels through Corwin, this creature, I've never encountered her before or any like her until I went looking for her.
Surely one of your companions would have found you eventually. No?
Perhaps, but the order isn't exactly unified at the moment.
Really?
Why?
There's more that is influencing the decisions of my order beyond simply what we see as right and what we see as proper, and even within that there are disagreements. We don't always get along all the time, and we don't always agree. And eventually it came to a point where some of my comrades decided that their efforts were better suited in their own realms. And for the time being, that is where we all retreated to. Focus on our homes and the dangers that were more local.
I see. Have you heard of the Emerald Ensemble's Tales of Valor?
I think I heard that's a theater troupe, no?
Yeah.
I believe I caught one of their, or heard of one of their shows in the city of Highfell. I myself did not see it.
Oh. I wonder if you saw, if you would approve. You see, I've modeled my entire character around your feats, your exploits.
Really?
Somewhat of a poor imitation. But then I started thinking, maybe I could be like you one day. And so I set forth with these companions, but I'm starting to realize it's a lot more complicated than I thought.
It is. Celsia? Is that was your name?
My real name is Violet Starling.
Of course. Well, Ms. Starling, I am flattered that you sought to model so much of your professional exploits after me. Truth be told, I'm not so certain that I'm worthy of such flattery after what befell here at the Sun Temple.
Sorry, I just see Dave nodding, like, yep.
Like I'm like stirring the we're like, if we're doing a short rest, I'm like stirring a stew or something. I'm like,
But you have stood toe to toe with the most dangerous of foes. You slayed the dragon Zarkot.
Well, it wasn't a solo effort, but I was there. Honestly, right now, even with my previous ambition to face Warlord Varkod, this encounter has shaken something loose inside of me. I think I'm to return to Rockwing and reconsider exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing.
Well, it has been my deepest honor to meet you, my lady. I hope to make up only a fraction of the good that you've done in this world.
The honor is mine. For again, I would still be at the bottom of that dungeon had you not come along. Where is your next destination, if I may ask? Are you headed in the direction of Rockwing? If so, we could travel together for a time.
I don't know. Most of my companions came from that direction.
Well, I mean, there are certainly some things you may want to know about what's been going on since as well. I will let her know what day it is and year, but she's been around this year, I'm assuming. Yeah. And fill her in on the goings on of what we've seen happen in Rockwing and what happened from our point of view at Gricksburg.
Sure.
and inform her of this is like what we've been tasked with, and
Yeah.
it's personal to some of us as well. So, yes.
To circle back real quick to what Dave said,
Oh, yeah.
In the handouts of your Roll20 journal, there is a handout for the map of Corwin, so you can always look at that regardless of what page we're on.
That's handy.
But after Aerashka goes over all of the events that you all have been a part of for the last multiple 10 days, almost a full month at this point, she takes it all in pretty stoically. And then when you finish, she nods and she's like, well, then I think Rockwing is my destination. If all of this has taken place, and if the king is seeking independent assistance, she's like, the journey on foot may be long, but it will be good to kind of clear my head for a while, and then when I arrive, I can get news of the area and see what assistance I can offer further.
Oh, take our boat. I look at Squall. I'm like, the boat, right?
Like, so as a Genasi, I can like manifest certain like elemental and he's half water and air. So like when you say you can take the boat, like you're almost sure like there's like a storm cloud forming over his head. And I like whip my head at you so quickly with a.
She shies away and is like, okay, maybe don't take the boat. We need that, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah. Where should we go next?
We have to go back to Stag Hollow. Wait.
Do we? Why?
That's where your boat is.
Yeah, because I have to take the boat back.
Very important. Do we continue? I mean, there's still. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I mean, there is Rock Knock that people are somewhat concerned about. We did deal with the tower, so that should set back whatever plans might be brewing there, hopefully.
Rock Knock is important, but also incidental to the greater issues that we have. I'm glad that we came here, and I would like to know what the purpose of these temples were. But I think perhaps our next destination should strive to help unravel this mystery.
I like it. I'm sorry. I was about to ask Ian something. God darn it.
Yeah, I know, right? We're all just waiting for Ian.
Well, why don't we head to Stag Hollow and we'll figure out where to go from there. And at least...
It was only a day on the lake, right, between Stag Hollow and North Haven, right?
Yes.
Correct,
yes,
yeah.
Was.
And we could always give our order member a lift.
True. So we can either go to Stag Hollow and then maybe buy another boat and send it back. I think I've got enough to buy it. You said it was 50 gold for a boat, right?
Yeah.
So I can buy another fishing boat and send it back, or keep the new one or whatever. Get someone at Stag Hollow to send it back to North Haven, and then we go south down the river because we wanted to go to Balberg, right?
Balberg is one possible destination.
And I wanted to stop at Highfell, so maybe we go down the river.
Maybe we go
just to avoid all of those horrible forest random encounters.
Should we try to do the Aqua Temple and then to your town and then to Balsberg or Balberg?
What's the Aqua Temple?
I think that Justin's making like a Zelda reference. It's like the
no the Aqua. The
Aqua symbol, the teal. Yeah.
The teal, sure.
Yeah, we could do that.
It'd be easier to walk through the plains than the forest to get to Highfell. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we could go via what's that? Greens. I can't see them when I zoom the map in on the handout.
Greenwood
Greenwood, yeah.
Oh, next.
Oh,
Greenwood is
here, hang on.
in the lake.
I moved us to the actual
Yeah,
map.
yeah,
That's helpful.
yeah. Green. Yeah, we can go stop by Greenwood.
Why? Why?
Just because it's a new place that I haven't been to, and I'm looking for new places.
Greenwood. Yes.
Yeah, and it's on the
sure.
way. See?
Everybody hates the water temple. It's true.
So Celsia looks like notably concerned when you mention Greenwood, but she doesn't explain. She just kind of like, right, Greenwood, yes.
You do that about any, like someone mentions like rabbits, and you so Squall makes no odds of it. Is that
Okay,
fair then?
that's my
So
proposed
Stag Hollow,
path.
we send their boat back, get a new boat, and then Greenwood down, and then go to Highfell, and then cut across to Bell. Unless like we want to go to Bellberg first. In which case we go Stag Hollow, send the boat back, and go down Arlingmont, stop at Stonehold, and then Bellberg.
Do you like my proposed path?
To me? what the fuck?
Who is
No!
purple?
I don't like it.
I'm just
it away.
I'm prodding someone here.
Okay.
So.
No.
But at least I would go by Greenwood to get down to Aqua Temple.
Yeah, because I think like even though Ian's not here, I think Zephyr would ask for that once we discuss the ley line thing and the moon temples, right? So unless someone has like a pressing reason why Leybridge super relevant other than falling out of the sky, because we know.
Yeah, I think the way Aerashka thinks about it would be that she's also giving Demir more time to find out more information. Because I feel like when we go there,
If you suggest that openly, Squall would be like, ha ha!
Yeah,
I
I
realize
know.
you're not joking.
she isn't mentioning it.
Right, okay.
But yeah, so I'm just providing reasoning for why
Sure.
she's proposing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
route.
Okay. Fair. Agreed?
Sure.
Oh, I'll ask Celeste if she knows how to pilot a boat.
I've been on a boat.
If she
But
gets
I have
turned
never-
if she gets turned to stone by Scrags and falls to the bottom of the lake, so help me God, if we just like send her back with the fishing boat.
Well, I mean, we could stop in North Haven.
Yeah, well, I don't want to because it's still a day, and I know that the Leybridge, so Squall probably wouldn't suggest it. Like he would suggest get a new boat in Stag Hollow that's ours and not covered in troll guts, and
They cleaned it. We paid.
you can
the
never get
mooring
the smell
fee,
of troll
which
scrag out of the
included
wood.
Maintenance.
It needs
and
veneering
security.
again. And we would get a new spankly one, and then send their festering troll one, smelling one back.
Okay. Does Irynyx have any thoughts about direction?
Or Tig.
Yes, thank you, Ortig.
No, this sounds like it makes sense to me. Like I've said before, if we're heading east, I eventually want to go to Moonvale, but yeah.
Okay, right. Wait, you don't want to go to Steelcliff, right? Says Squall, looking. Like, look, when he says
No.
Steelcliff, he like looks you up and down.
Completely oblivious to what he's getting at. Tig's like, no.
Okay.
Why would I say Moonvale if I want to go to Steelcliff?
Why would you ask about Steelcliff?
No reason.
What's in both of these places? I've only traveled along the road around the Arfin Lake.
You've basically done like a lap around the lake.
I've spent most of my time in North Haven and Rockwing.
Okay.
Maybe now I do want to go to Steelcliff then.
What's in Steelcliff?
Is it in the handout? Let me look.
I don't get your joke.
Because
Like,
it's
in
steel and
'Cause
he's
he's
made
a
of metal.
Warforged.
Yeah, I know.
Warforged, it's steel.
You're kind of a steel clip yourself, aren't you?
It's a shitty joke, but it's a
I
joke.
get it. I get it.
It's not a
Is
funny
it?
joke.
It's just not that funny. Yeah.
There's an Artificer's Guild in Steelcliff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Um,
so we have a destination.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So you're
Say
taking
how.
a short. Are you taking a short rest at the Sun Temple,
We're
or
not
do you
taking
take
a
a
long
long
rest
rest?
at the Sun Temple. I would advise
Yeah,
against that.
definitely not a lot. I don't even know if we would take a short rest at the temple. Like that seems still pretty dangerous. Maybe like an hour east of the temple or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, in that case, if you do, because I had already said we'll treat a short rest, so we'll
Sure.
say that you're a little distance away from the temple. When you take your short rest, is anybody interested in all those magic items that you picked up?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh yeah,
Or
that's right. I forgot.
It's not. He's gonna make a sign.
No magic items?
I don't care.
Oh no, I meant, is that your sign? No magic items?
The
No.
sign-
That-
no more magic
The
items.
sign said
No more magic items.
I'm gonna put a sign, like nail it in out front of the temple, and stay out, scary snake lady inside.
then underneath we'll write already been looted.
All right, I am just, because there's a lot of stuff here, so I'm just copying and pasting all this stuff into Roll20
And
chat.
Oh
I
gosh.
don't know if everyone saw the monetary split. But yeah, it sounds like Irynyx does not wish any of the money, so we've split it 5 ways. So 43 gold, 4 silver.
Why don't you want any of the money?
we did not earn anything there.
Why did it? I did a short rest in Roll20. It didn't update my hit points.
Did
You have to spend the hit
Did you
dice.
spend it?
I clicked the.
Excuse
Yeah, I
me.
clicked 2 hit dice.
Oh, I don't know then.
How do I see that? Oh, it's there. Chat. It's not on the chat log either. What?
It's not.
Yeah, you actually need to hit the button, or the.
Yeah, I did, and then
The
it
dice
said
roll.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I see it.
I'd help you, but I have not used
I'm dumb. Yeah.
Beyond 20 or D&D Beyond rather.
4.
All right.
You son of a bitch.
You rolled a 2. Nice. Okay, so the items are, the potions are a potion of healing, a potion of climbing, and a potion of greater healing. There's a ring of truth telling,
Ooh.
which gives you advantage on insight checks. There is uncommon glamour weave. All this stuff is on D&D Beyond, by the way. Oh, and also I can share the magic item handouts with you, so you have them in Roll20.
That helps.
Yes. Oh, there's also a breastplate +1, which you would. Oh no, you didn't. Never mind, you didn't kill her, so you don't get the breastplate +1.
God damn it.
Dude, you can't say that now.
I honestly, that was a total slip.
You
I apologize.
can't say that now. I think
I
you
didn't
I
want
think you
to-
have to give it to us
No,
now.
I did not. No, I do
That's
not.
so funny.
Okay, so I'm just going to show these to everyone. So there's the potion of climbing.
You fucking son of a bitch.
You also missed the Holy Avenger, the Vorpal Sword, the
Yeah.
just like
The ring of truth telling is an attunement ring. There is a robe of serpents. There is a staff of the adder.
ooh, fancy.
Uncommon glamour weave. Is that all the potions? Yes, that's the 2 potions. And then there
There's
is
so many pop-ups. Just like that one time I clicked on the wrong link.
and,
I don't know what link you clicked on.
and then there is the sun shield.
What the fuck?
Holy
That
smokes!
isn't popping up for me.
Then you don't get
Hold
it.
on. No. Literally the only person who uses yeah, it still doesn't pop up for me.
It's in your. It should
Like
be in your
white
journal
on
now.
white. Yeah,
Yeah,
it pops up for me, but it's white on white.
It's because Nick,
I
did
yeah.
it for dark mode.
Yep.
Yeah, the
It's
sun shield.
Gotcha. Okay. I will put on dark mode.
Because when I didn't do dark mode, it was, or when I switched it to dark mode, it was all
Black on
dark
gray.
on dark. Mm-hmm.
Damn. Well, this seems
No, I think we shouldn't take it from the temple. It's sacrilegious.
Probably be worth a lot if you sold it.
Also true. We could trade it for a boat. Imagine the boat we could get for that.
Imagine the boat.
Could be anything, even a boat.
Even a boat. Could be a
Yeah,
boat that
if
turns
no
into
one
a plane.
else, if no one else wants it, I would take the glamour weave.
I think Tefka could make something out of that, right? Or no? Oh, hang on. No, wait, it's not.
What are you?
Oh, I thought it was like a crafting. Sorry, I thought it was a crafting material.
Glamour wave. Sounds familiar.
All of these are shared in your journals too in Roll 20.
All right, great. Oh wow, so they are.
Can I get a sense with like a history or religion or something that of where the sun shield might have come from?
The sun temple.
I'll take a history
Yeah, but
check.
it's clearly not the Medusas, right? It's
Correct.
like someone, yeah. Like we didn't steal this, we recovered it, you know?
Right, yes.
That's the logic the British Museum uses.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not the same. That is so not the same. How is it not?
Into her home and loot the crap out of everything.
This is not a snake's shield.
This is definitely the only thing that you can tell is that the iconography on the sun shield matches the iconography of the sun temple, leading you to believe that it is Amkagorian in origin. But beyond that, you don't know anything specific.
Right. Okay.
We have sun shields at home.
It's a little wooden buckler.
Out of character, obviously I want the shield. It's like made for me.
I mean, if it was a moon shield, it would be made for you.
But out of character, or in character, I think Celsia doesn't yet think she's worthy. So I will carry it, but it's just on my back for now.
Okay, fine. As long as I'm not carrying it, I don't care.
Oh, because of metal? Yeah, metal's scary.
Yeah, metal bad.
You don't like metal.
Let me guess.
I'm surprised I had a conversation with Tig, to be fair.
Racist.
This was
it's not racist so much as like Ironist.
The shield must have once belonged to an ancient warrior, someone of great power and righteousness.
We could give it to Celeste.
I legit offer it to Celeste. I say yes, of course.
I slap your hand down.
But it should be carried by someone who is worthy.
So I guess if we're doing history checks, Aerashka will also actually that should be done at least at disadvantage for me.
Yeah, you didn't see the sun until last week.
Even so, I don't think I would have very much unless it's super legendary.
No, I don't think Aerashka would know any more than what Celsia.
Cool.
You offer the shield to Celeste, and she looks down at it, and then when she looks back up, she sees Irynyx like putting Celsia's hand down. Celeste is like, she's like, well, I appreciate it, but I think that I wouldn't have a use for it. I've already got a shield. She's like, and besides, as I said, had you not intervened, I wouldn't even be here to make this discussion. I am definitely not worthy of that shield.
Celsia kind of diminishes, thinking to herself, not out loud, like, if you're not worthy, then no one could be, you know? But she doesn't say that. She doesn't vocalize that. She just kind of like meekly nods and like, you know, lugs the shield over her.
Yeah.
And I think, and she does say, then I will be its caretaker until I find someone worthy. And she's not, by no means does she seem to be inferring that she's waiting to use it herself. She's legitimately thinks that that's what she's doing.
Mhm.
And I think like all of this whole experience of like meeting her childhood hero and seeing like the fate that could have befallen her and like being legitimately praised but also not feeling like deserving yet, all of it is simultaneously like shaking and also strengthening her resolve.
Sure.
So I would like to treat this as a milestone
Yeah.
for her character arc.
I like it.
Cool.
All right. Okay.
You
Yeah.
said there are a total of 3 potions, healing, greater, and climbing. And then
Yes.
weren't there some from last session too?
Possibly. Hang on. Let me
I
scroll down.
don't remember.
From last session or from the Broken Tower?
No, from the chest, right?
That's I linked everything from all 3 chests in chat there.
Okay.
So I'm checking Broken Tower now. Yeah, you got a potion of superior healing from the Broken Tower.
Nice.
I think that's and a spell scroll and a sending stone.
I can heal people with a touch, so I probably don't need to carry them.
All right. Otherwise, you have all those other items that you guys can claim or divvy up however you like.
Tig doesn't care.
Yeah.
You guys can take what
Tig's
you
gotta
want.
care about something. One of these days.
There. Oh.
Uh-oh.
We lost
Did
Justin.
you lose? Oh no!
Oh God. Our
Quick!
cameras are all messed up, I'm sure.
Technical
The
difficulties.
cameras!
Yeah.
Oh, wait. He's back.
There we go.
Son of a bitch.
Something going really weird with my Discord today.
Oh.
I can see that.
No, I definitely have a couple of magic items that I want, but no, Tig is. He doesn't really interest him.
I mean, you already got the ever-filling beer stein, so.
I know. I got my best magic item on session 1.
Give the ring of truth telling to whoever the most gullible person is.
Wow, you're cleaning up today.
Shit, no, I don't mean me. No, actually, give it. It's advantage, so maybe give it to someone who's decent at insight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either myself or Zephyr. Oh my goodness. Losing people.
I think that I'm not really interested in the staff. I think I would suggest that Zephyr take that.
Does it require
It's cleric
Druid or warlock only? Yeah. You're the only one who can use it, right?
No, Zephyr can
Oh
use
no,
it.
he's a cleric. I'm sorry.
Good lord.
Ian's a cleric. My bad. I keep mixing up who the cleric is and who the bard is. You're both creepy. You're creepy bard and he's creepy cleric. Fuck.
Well, he is creepy druid, so I mean, you're.
What are you saying?
No,
You creep all over the place.
One time! A guy creeps literally one time!
Wait, there's one thing that doesn't add up.
Don't you dare.
What?
Finish your sentence.
No, seriously, there was something that we missed in there. That spider.
The spider is in with the snake lady. I think it might be done for.
Insight check. Ah. Okay. I didn't see it go in there, but if you're sure, okay.
Positive.
That's creepy. It's a weird looking spider too.
What? Sorry?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like blue. Never seen a spider look like
It
that.
wasn't blue. Justin.
It was really wet.
Fuck off!
I just listened to the last part of that episode today at work, and that came up. Anyway, all right. So you guys head out from the Sun Temple, heading back to Stag Hollow. Takes you about a day and a half to get through the mountains, and then you're into the forest. So you will have long rested in that interim, so you can go ahead and treat it all out as a long rest.
Yay.
We did it.
We did it.
And then you arrive in Stag Hollow. It would be, let's see, 1 day, 2 days. Be at the end of the 3rd day of your travel. The village is going on much like it has last time you were here. So what are you all doing?
I am going to procure a boat and arrange for
Okay.
someone to take our crappy boat back to Northaven.
It was good enough
Sure.
to get here.
I'll
Good
help
enough-
pay
Yeah,
for
but then the Scrag attack, and then no, everything changed when the Scrag Nation attacked.
Before you do that, Celsia will lend you some, or will give you some money as well. If like you announce that you're gonna go get us a boat, I'll like throw like 25 gold at you.
Yeah,
Ow.
I mean, I'm willing to split. Price. What did you say? 50 total?
I think they said, like Nick said, a fishing boat was 50, but I'm going to see if I can get us something
Yeah.
a little fancier.
A little cooler.
Oh, sure.
Okay, I'll hold off on the
Something
giving
with
you
a
20.
speedboat and some shark barrels.
But yeah, I'm willing to toss into this as well. So.
I asked them to
yes.
make the shark barrels, right? I'm going to put them on our new boat. Oh, we were
Mm.
leaving,
Our
right?
No, they attuned to the old boat.
No!
Our new boat does need room for my donkey. Just saying.
Fuck your dog. I mean,
Do we have one of those?
Yes, I do.
put
I
the
totally
dog-
forgot that you bought a donkey
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that if we brought it with us or anything.
It saves
We
me turning
did,
into
and
one
I
to
had
pretend to be a
forgotten
donkey.
to talk about it.
Yep.
But yes, my donkey Ferris.
Ferris.
Ferris? Can I turn
All
into a
right.
donkey?
Has anything
I'm
come
sure
through the
you can.
sending stone that we picked up?
Nothing has come through, no.
We didn't check it, right? We didn't check because didn't it say something like you can tell if the other one is like active or what? What did it say?
Does it say that? Let me look.
Who has the sending stone?
While you touch the stone, you can use, target is the bearer of the other stone. If no creature bears the other stone, you know that
You know,
fact
right,
as soon
yeah,
as
okay,
you
so it's the
use
other-
as soon as you
other way
use it.
Gotcha. So what do we have
We're
to
gonna
Bluetooth
prank
to another
call?
one?
We're good.
No,
I think we'll prank call.
It's either just a rock or,
Who has
no
the
one's
other one?
reached it. We don't know.
Oh, we only found one.
Yeah,
Hmm.
probably
Ah.
Rock Knock.
That
Dude
would make sense.
is
Right.
the other one.
That makes sense. We're coming for you, bitch.
We
Just
have
like,
a particular set of
I
skills.
don't know who you are.
We have a particular set
I
of
don't
skills,
know
but
what
we
you
only
want.
roll ones.
What I have is a certain set of skills.
Dave, if you want a nicer boat than the style of one that you have currently, that you are renting currently, I'd say that's going to go 100 gold.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, I will return.
I want a nicer one, but I don't want to pay nicer boat prices.
Yeah.
Where can I
I mean-
go?
It'll cost you 100 gold or a really nice magic shield if you have
Stokes, we're all gonna yeah, we're all
one.
gonna pitch in.
Okay.
Well,
At least I am. Yeah.
some of us are. I'm gonna pitch in.
That's fine. If you both pitch in 25 gold, then I'll do the rest. Because I need to
Okay.
be the lion's share of the boat.
Oh, you need to?
Then it's my boat, technically. I'm offering you passage
You're
for
renting
25% of my
You're
boat.
renting it in your
You're
name.
helping me. You're helping us get around, so I will
Sure.
give you money.
All right, 25 is going
and-
your way.
While you're all in Stag Hollow and while you're getting this sorted out, a kid, a young boy, comes running up to you all and stands about maybe 6 feet away. And he's like, "Excuse me, is one of you Aerashka?"
Aerashka, you appear to have a fan.
You can call me Ash.
Ash, I have a letter.
I'll take it and I'll let's see, how old is this kid?
Like 8.
I'll give him a silver.
9 gold. Give him 9
Wow!
gold.
Golly gee!
Okay, the kid got here from the 30s.
I will add this to your journal.
Okie doke.
Suspicious.
Wait, we got a kid?
Yeah, I'm adding
That's
child
Yeah.
to your
Who's
journals.
attuning to him?
I'm not attuning to the child.
I'm not attuning to the child either.
Oh boy. All right, but Squall, you're able to procure a boat, and you're able to find passage, or rather, you're able to find someone to bring your other boat back to North Haven. They're asking for a gold to do that.
I will give them 3. Like
Oh,
Galadriel
nice.
with her hair.
All right. Anything else while you're in Stag Hollow? And also, I want to be clear, like, you guys can choose to take downtime essentially whenever you're in a town or a city or a place that can allow for it. So if you decide, like, yeah, let's do another downtime action, you don't have to clear it with me. Like, that's
okay.
I mean, you have to let me know, but but otherwise, yeah.
That would involve me looking what
Oh.
they are.
Well, wait. So we have to let you know what, that we want to do one, or that we are taking it, or what?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you just have to let me know, like, hey, we would like to do a downtime action, or we'd like to do downtime now while we're in
'Cause then
Stag Hollow.
Time will pass.
Exactly.
Sure.
And if depending on the actions you're taking, tests might be rolled. So
I don't have any particular need to stick around, but if someone else wants to, it's fine by me.
Nope, I'm good.
So
Yeah, so I will share this letter with everyone.
okay.
what is it?
It's from Demir.
Oh.
Who's Demir? In character. I don't know who
Right.
that is yet.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right, you weren't here.
Yeah, I wasn't there. You guys told
It's
me
me.
what happened, but you didn't really like use names, so
Demir is someone I know from the Underdark.
he's a friend from work.
I added it to your journals. If Aerashka's passing the letter around, then people can read it.
But the things to highlight is that he is coming or getting towards Balberg. Not quite there yet, but he has high. He basically says that Sir Tolok went through the area. So he is in that vicinity. So if that's the case, I would push for no downtime if we really still want to do the whole ring around the roses here.
Like heading all the way down to Balberg and hitting the temple and all.
Yeah, if we do the temple, Highfell, and Balberg, yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Is it cheesy if I name the ship Torrent?
No, do it.
I named my donkey Ferris, so
I don't get the reference unless you mean Beulah. Like, what?
So is that the path that you're planning on? Or did I miss something?
yeah, that's sort of what I was proposing.
Right,
Wow, that's a
taking the
long way,
river.
164 miles.
Well, it's different. I mean, going from Stag Hollow to Greenwood is taking the boat. Going from Greenwood to this temple is
We can take the
presumably
boat to the temple.
downriver, right?
Yeah.
We can take the boat to the temple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Downriver.
Yeah.
So that leg of the journey should be relatively quick.
We do get to jump over this hex, so that
Yeah.
might be a little
Yeah.
tough.
Why? What?
No, by the time we get to here, Tefka will have put wings on the boat, and we can just fly to Highfell.
Okay, there we go.
I was
Straight
thinking we
off the
just
cliff.
lug it. Just lug the boat with us.
We just have to reach
Overland.
88 miles an hour.
Just Fitzcarraldo it.
Okay.
I will spend the day buying the boat and painting the name Torrent on the boat.
So you full on bought it, like
Yeah, we own this boat.
Oh.
We can.
I didn't plan ahead. I understand what you're inferring. I did not plan ahead.
I'm just
Well, does not Irynyx have a bag of holding?
I think the boat is a
I'm
bit
just
big.
gonna
Is it?
I just look from the bag to the because it's like a backpack. So
Oh,
I just from the backpack to the boat.
oh well.
Wait, is anyone?
All right.
Oh, enlarge and reduce isn't on the druid list. God damn it.
Enlarge,
It's on
reduce.
the-
Oh.
Giant touch list. Oh, but you can't do it on other stuff. Oh.
You can't do it
Yeah,
on
self
items?
only.
Oh, you can do it on items. All right. No, Nick made a feat that has it, but I don't know if that's in this setting.
Oh, the judge
It is in the
touched it.
setting, but it's
Yeah.
self only.
Oh, boo.
But you know the spell, right?
I think so. I'd have to read the.
I mean, like if it works like Fey Touch and all, you know the spell, so you could cast it normally.
Oh, sure.
Whatever.
Let's go to Stake Hollow.
Yeah.
Yay.
We're
All
good
right.
at
We're in Stag Hollow.
Let's go to
Yay.
Greenwood.
Oh, yay! All right.
When Celeste leaves, assuming she takes the north road, right? Because she's going to Rockwing.
She can go back in the boat with the person who's taking it back.
Yeah.
To North Haven.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I'll we don't have to act it out, but I will give her a very heartfelt goodbye and reiterate that it was an honor to meet her.
Yeah. She's appreciative of that. She would let you know. She would tell you to if and when you're in Rockwing again to inquire after her. Yeah.
I will. Most definitely. Any parting words of wisdom for one such as I? I'm just gonna put Nick on the spot.
This is why you should always have a box of fortune cookies when you're DMing. Just on hand.
I think given the recent events, her parting word of wisdom would be keep in mind your own limits.
I will
Suitably vague.
think on that. Thank you.
She replies with wheel and woe.
Wheel and woe.
All right. So the boat ride from Stag Hollow to Greenwood, you guys leave the next morning, and it takes the better part of that day. You arrive in Greenwood in the about sundown, so 7 p.m. ish. Greenwood is much like North Haven. It's a small fishing town, but unlike North Haven, it doesn't have the farming community around it. It gets pretty much all of its livelihood from the lake and then the surrounding woodlands as well. So fishers and hunters for the most part. It's smaller than Stag Hollow as far as size of village, so there's not a whole lot of buildings here. And the first thing that you guys would notice when you pull into dock and are tying off your boat is you see a sign posted on probably the post of the dock that you're tying off to, and it's basically says that there says missing 500 gold reward for one Violet Starling.
Oh my god.
I just pull the hood of my traveling clothes up over my head.
That's 100 for each of us. We could each get a boat.
I could get 2 boats.
He doesn't need the boat.
That would make me an admiral.
I'm not missing. I left. I'm not going home.
The signs begs to differ.
Wait a minute. Squall's like. I did lose to that gnome.
Huh? What?
I'm weighing up my grapple options.
Oh, shit. It's just, they don't care about me. They just want, it's all politics.
I
Is
have
all it
never
is.
met anybody who doesn't care about something worth 500 gold.
Do you know, I imagine it is a stain on their immense reputation, she says with somewhat of a venomous tongue.
We got the venomous tone, don't worry.
They don't want me back. They just want people to know that they want me back.
Then why would they offer us such a large reward?
It may seem large to you.
It is. There's no seeming about it. It is.
From what I understand, having been in these political circles up here, a lot of it is a whole bunch of bullshit. So I think, yeah, I'm basically backing up Celeste here.
That's one way of putting it. Do you want to know my eldest brother, Miles?
Is he worth 500 gold?
I imagine if they think I'm worth 500 gold, he is worth 500 platinum to them.
Then show me Miles.
They likely paid a similarly hefty sum for Miles's horse. Come, let's not dally any longer.
I'm so confused by 1%ers.
Do you intend to stay in Greenwood, or do you intend to basically resupply and then head out right away? It would be about sundown right now.
Might as well spend the night.
Okay.
Well, it depends
Although
on how safe you feel here,
Yeah.
to be honest.
How big is the boat that we got?
It would be bigger than the one you had before, and it would probably have an enclosed cabin on it. So one or two you could
Sausalito. That makes no sense to anyone else. Sorry. No. Just like
What?
there's a community of houseboats in area of North California.
Oh.
Sausalito.
Oh.
Yeah, that are just moored like off the grid, right off of the shore.
Oh,
okay.
so you're saying just
And yeah, so
push
you,
off
like,
from
pay no
shore
rent.
and
Yeah, like if you're really worried about being found, then why stay in town?
That's a bit
Gotcha.
conspicuous, though.
It's one night, and I'm not wearing my crest or anything like that. Should be okay. What are the odds?
I mean,
Besides, what are they going to do? Kidnap me?
that's exactly what they're gonna do.
For 500 gold, a lot of people would kidnap you, yes.
I'm considering it.
I am not interested in taking unnecessary risks.
Surely you would not, right, Squall?
Let's continue on. I think.
Friends.
Don't make me answer that.
Yes.
And I mean, the boat is large enough that if you have supplies and food and all that, realistically, some of you could sleep while others are boating. So
Yeah, I'd be for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
okay. So is that a continue on?
Yes.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you leave Greenwood behind and head a little east to get to the river and take that in. And this is a pretty narrow river, but you're able to navigate it for the most part. Trees are overgrowing on, over above you. You have a nice canopy above as you're going through the night.
For snakes to drop down on us, yeah.
God. Drop bears again.
And then you're going, let's see, would it be safe to assume that Squall is probably the one steering and navigating again?
Yes. No one gets this. We've only had it like 2 days.
Yeah. You get a little ways south of Greenwood, and Squall, you see something strange in the water. It'd be on the western bank, essentially. It looks like it was in the water and then washed up onto the bank and got caught on some foliage and like a fallen tree. It's this really long, dark object that the first thing you think when you see it is it looks like the corpse of, and I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but the corpse of a large snake.
I told you. I told you.
Coincidence, right?
Do I
Snakes on
know
a boat.
of any large water snakes in the region?
In this region,
Do you want? Oh, my nature is. Really
Yeah,
bad. I
what do you
can roll
want for
nature.
that?
I'll take a
can
nature
roll.
check. Yeah, I'll take it
Oh!
from Squall for sure, and then whoever Squall informs about it,
Yeah, I will. I will.
or
I
whoever's
will.
awake.
Yeah.
Where are we on the map ish?
You are
Like here, I'm
about
guessing.
Okay.
like,
Given
right
that these
there.
are somewhat close to my old stomping grounds, would I have seen anything like this in my youth?
You definitely have not,
Okay.
which is striking because you know this area pretty well. Like of everywhere
Right.
on Corwin, this is the region you know the best.
Yeah.
Squall, you've never heard of a creature this size that exists in freshwater. You know what I mean? Like of a snake or a serpent this size that would live in freshwater. And then as the boat goes forward and you kind of get a better look at it going by it, you see that its back is covered in ridges, like these blood red ridges. Its head, which you expect to be very snake-like, is instead, it's almost shark-like. And it has this large, very sharp dorsal fin. And it's just a very bizarre thing to see. Like, again, you've never known anything like this. Celsia's never seen anything like this. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, she's giving it a look like of somewhat between confusion and sheer abject horror.
I would like to check it out if the party agrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it nighttime?
Yes, it is night at this point.
All right. Light.
Yeah.
Do we want to
I'll
wait?
go with you. What'd you say?
Do we want to wait and like move further up and then wait till morning and go look, or
We have plenty of light that we can
I'll
toss
check it out.
around.
Yeah.
I will
Ooh,
steer the
mass
boat.
bless.
I don't want to risk my boat. I kind of want to park it and walk the rest of the way.
Thank you so much, Sublights V-Pool, for the mass bless. Everyone has a bless die to use before the end of the session.
Woo! My. Huh.
Wait, we don't have a
so-
skiff as well that goes along with this boat?
Unfortunately, no. It's not large enough for you to get a smaller boat
Like
as well.
like Squall looks at you, looks a little sad, and then looks at Celsia.
Ian, welcome back!
Ian, so much has happened.
Yay!
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
Did
Yeah.
I miss the campaign?
You're
Is it
dead.
over?
It's yes, you're all
We
level
beat
18.
Everything. We beat the final boss. It's a
Oh,
whole
man.
thing. We became Elden Lord.
Yeah, so to give you the long and short of it,
Mm-hmm.
everyone took a look at the mosaic image from the temple
Mm-hmm.
and determined that it lines up with your current map of Corwin pretty well. And then they decided that based on that information, they think that the two moon temples are located where, and they've put the tokens on the map.
Yeah, I see those.
And we think that the purple
from-
lines are like old ley lines that are not ley bridges.
Mm.
Right. From there, they went back to Stag Hollow. They brought the unpetrified Celeste with them. Using all of their newfound cash, they bought a boat, a big boat, and then they hired someone to sail the rental back to North Haven with Celeste on it because she wanted to go back to the city of Rockwing. From Stag Hollow, they went to Greenwood. They pulled up to Greenwood. They saw a missing persons poster with the name Violet Starling on it and a reward of 500 gold pieces. And there was a brief discussion about why Violet is on such a poster. Before then, they decided, you know what, we're just going to keep boating through the night since the boat's big enough for some people to sleep. They got a little ways down this river because the next stop is this moon temple down here. They got a little ways down the river and they saw a large serpentine corpse on probably about almost as long as your guys' boat on the side of the bank of the river. And it has blood red ridges on it, a sharp dorsal fin, and the head of a shark. And that's where we pretty much picked up. And Squall was like, I want to check this out. And Irynyx was like, yes, definitely check it out.
And,
that's where we are currently.
And Zephyr says, did Sephiroth do this?
Yes. Oh, and we gave you the.
You couldn't hear me burst out laughing. That's fucking great.
We gave you the staff of the adder we got.
Cool.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of magic
I'll
items
use
added
like
to your
Cleric, Druid, and
journals.
Warlock.
Who took the robes?
Snake
I
robes.
don't know if anyone took
I
the
like
robes.
them aesthetically, but they're terrible.
They're terrible.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I need to see this stat block, but I kind of want the scarf.
Oh,
I don't know.
cool.
Does anyone know? Whatever. What would it be called?
What are you
How to
talking
use
The glamour
weaving
weave.
or whatever? Glamour weave.
The glamour
yeah.
weave.
Can anyone else make things? Or
I think Justin took it.
you took it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Yeah, because it's an
It's
actual
already
thing.
clothing, it's-
I thought
yeah.
I thought it was like crafting, like you could make something else out of it. Is what I thought.
Mm.
Yeah, it's actual clothing.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So what is it though? Because they give a bunch of options. What actually is the? Because it like implies that the pattern is preset on the.
Good question. All right, so it's imbued with harmless illusory magic. Create moving. Oh, you use a bonus action to create a moving illusory pattern within the cloth. So the pattern's whatever the user wants it.
Mm.
That's the way I read it.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
And then yes, Zephyr, you also got some cash as well for your tokens.
Okay.
There was a spell scroll in here because we had.
The spell scroll was from the Broken Tower.
Yeah.
And that spell scroll
had
was
Wither
the
and
spell
Bloom.
Wither and Bloom. Yep.
That's
Was
right.
that two
okay.
spells or is that the same spell?
It's
one
one
spell.
spell, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a druid something spell.
Oh,
I mean, you could just prep it if you want it.
I don't think it's not second level, so I can't do it yet.
I think it's first or second. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a Strixhaven spell. Anyways.
Bleh.
All right, so we're at the giant corn.
Ian, the other thing that was sort of interesting is that we did hear that Lord, what's his face, Talak?
Sir
Mhm.
Talak.
Sir Talak, thank you, was seen heading towards Balberg. So
Oh, yeah.
okay.
We also
Oh, I
got a
meant to
letter.
read that. What was that? Sorry, what is Justin's letter called in? I can't see it.
letter to Aerashka. It's under handouts.
Yeah, you should read that too.
Hondo.
Under Hondas. Yeah.
Handouts.
Hondo.
All right. So you pull the boat up aside, and it sounds like people are using the drift globe or lighting torches or something.
Sure.
I've got my
Can I get
flashlight.
one of Irynyx's like torch boxes?
There's 4 of them. So
Okay. And I'm going to dive into the water.
Okay.
if you dive, we can't
Oh,
pilot this boat.
I pull the boat up. I moor the boat and like
Yeah, no,
like
it's like
kiss, touch the wood. Anything happens to my baby, you're all dead. And then I jump in the water.
Okay. The first thing that you notice when you jump in the water is that this thing is definitely dead.
That's good.
It looks like it has only
Good start.
recently been dead.
Oh,
a
cool.
worse start.
But what's weirder is that it looks like it's split down the middle, like the length of almost like it burst open.
God, it's the
Oh,
gaping
God.
dragon.
Has no legs.
Slod.
Yeah, slot. I was just about to say.
I rolled 1. Level digit number tonight, please. All right.
What is the investigation is for?
Yeah, just like as we're going over this thing, we've already pulled up to it, so I assume
Yeah.
we have hands on at this point.
Yeah, I'll hop off and take a look at it too. I'm
Sorry.
curious.
15 guidance.
Yeah, so the spines and scales on it, like I described before, they're blood red. They're like this deep crimson color. And they almost like when they come up out of the water, and as it's like slowly floating there and rotating around, they look like they're almost like viscous, almost like they could change or shift or change their form in some way. Squall, when you you're in the water with this thing. What? Let me ask you what you're planning to do with it.
I'm gonna like,
or what you're planning.
I'm not
Drink
gonna touch it.
deeply.
But I'm gonna like dive and check under the water to see if it's like how far it goes, or if there's more of it that's not floating on the surface.
Sure. It's definitely all of it is floating for sure. And the river in this part isn't terribly deep. It's probably only 10, maybe 15 feet max. And you can't see anything, like there's no sign of anything around here. Like this is a big creature for a river of this size, especially. And like I said, you never knew anything like this that existed in freshwater.
So if I interact with it as if I was thinking it was an illusion, what would that be? Is that just an investigation, or?
I think illusions normally are just investigation, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to like get out and touch it. You know what I mean? Like I think generally it's just an investigation check to spend time observing it.
Okay, well, I will do that at least.
Okay.
Yeah, since we aren't under time pressure, I will also guidance. So.
You are 100% certain this thing is real, despite all craziness, despite your own disbelief. It is real.
So is it on shore? You're kind of confusing me with this.
It's in the water, but it's hung up on like a fallen tree and plants that are overgrowing from the riverbank, and so it's not moving with the river.
Yeah, so it's like basically washed ashore, or
essentially.
No, yeah, I mean we could pull it up on shore, right?
Yes, if we wanted you could.
To. How big is it? Horse-sized?
It's as long as the boat,
it's almost
right?
Yeah, it's almost as long as the boat.
Damn.
Yeah, let's get out of the water, maybe.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
out
gonna
of the water.
Celsia closes her eyes, reaches out, and I'm gonna use my divine sense.
Sure. Remind me what that triggers off of.
I know the location of celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you don't get any ping back.
So yeah, as we're like getting out and like dragging this thing onto the shore, Celsia just says, this is really troubling. Augustine used to take my siblings and my father Peter, out to these woods to hunt. I of course barely participated, but we never saw anything like this.
Is this anything that Aerashka would have an idea of what it would be? Like a monster knowledge check?
No, especially with her history in the Underdark, no.
Okay, just make a check.
Sure.
And moreover, I have no idea what could have caused this wound.
Yeah, it's not a boating accident. It's not a propeller.
Squall, have you ever seen something like this? You're well-traveled. Zephyr?
Nick said no, right? Because it was like a snake with a shark's face and fins. So, I mean, like, you said it was split down the middle. Like something came out of it, like internal or like external forces.
He said like a burst, I think.
I think to determine an exact cause, I'd need a medicine check.
Oh, good. I'm really good at those. Oh, I am good at those.
Yeah.
So you have wisdom.
Fuck.
You because of the state of the creature and because it's in water, you can't tell if it was an entrance or exit wound. It could be someone cut it from chin to
fuck's
tail. Aerashka, are you getting in the water with?
Yeah, I said I was in the water.
I
Oh,
thought we
okay,
took
yeah.
it up to shore.
Well, I heard people say that we could, but I didn't hear anyone say that we would.
Oh, I figured that we did.
Oh, we would. Yeah, I thought.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
said
if
we
you
wanted
pull it
to.
up, then
Because you
I'll
want to
take all
harvest the
those-
magic item bits from it, right?
If I can determine what they are, but
Yeah,
Probably.
I feel like
So, with Aerashka, you're able to tell that that it definitely this is a burst outward sort of thing. Like the whole length of this creature, it's split open from the inside out.
Ugh.
hey, don't drink the water here, everyone.
Don't like that.
Don't drink or
Well-
get into the water.
fountain.
Just did you say that like Squall
Yeah.
does like the hair advert out of the.
It's like.
Mm.
What did you say about the water?
Well, you might want to. It's probably safer if you.
What are you talking? I was born in this, and I'm literally gonna like swim around. I want to like try and find if there's like any sign of it, like if it's like a like an eel, maybe it's got like a cave or there's like sign of it. Like some of them like burrow under the bed,
Yeah.
right? So I'm gonna like look for that maybe.
Yeah,
Sure.
the eel bed. Yeah.
I'll take an investigation check.
Fuck me! Why?
What do you think it should? What would
Yeah, it's
you?
investigation.
Survival for tracking?
Uh,
Survival for tracking?
maybe.
You swim around a little bit and look in this area of the river without straying too far from the rest of your party. But the more you look, the more you're certain this thing doesn't live here.
You're right, because it's dead.
Yeah.
This
Anyway,
thing dead here.
This thing died here. It doesn't live here.
Do I think it probably? Oh no, that's not gonna matter. It doesn't because there's a big body of water further south, so it might have come from there rather than the main lake.
All right, Irynyx, are you ready with your tools?
Huh? Yeah, my
You're not
rolls
doing it on
are,
the boat.
Not on fire tonight, whatever the opposite of that would be. So, like, maybe I'm helping you out, but
That just means you're due for a success.
yeah, that's how it works.
That's the
That's how
gambler's
probability
fallacy. That's
works.
literally the
Oh,
gambler's fallacy.
like- Yeah.
You got this. You got this. Believe in
gonna-
yourself. Don't believe in yourself. Believe
check
in the
this out.
thing that believes in you.
Before anybody rolls, I'm gonna say that the medicine checks to harvest from this creature are gonna be made with disadvantage because it is so
No one knows what it is.
bizarrely different. Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
Plus,
cool.
most of its anatomy is probably missing.
That it's been in the river for who knows how long.
But if we work together and someone casts guidance,
It's like
And
12
bardic
people in the
inspiration.
party. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. All right. Okay.
And you
Mhm.
guys are blessed as well. Don't forget about
Oh,
your mass
yeah, yeah,
bless.
yeah.
that's right.
So there we go. We got 2d4 plus 1d6 plus 1d20.
God damn, that's pretty good.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
All right. Am I the one doing it?
Yeah, why don't you?
All right. So it's
Actually, and how does the help action work with this? Or does it?
It gives
Oh,
advantage. doesn't
right,
it?
wouldn't it? Yeah.
Gives you
So we
Giving
can
that creature
cancel the
advantage on the next
disadvantage.
ability check.
yeah.
Okay. Then yes.
So
that will
it would
help.
make it an even roll.
All right. So it's intelligence +2 from proficiency in medicine. Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Christ.
Well, roll all your
You
extra.
got-
You got
Oh, yeah, that's
2d4 and a d6.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mhm.
Doubled.
Oh.
Oh,
Fuck.
okay,
15,
that's
15.
15. That's
15's not bad.
15. That's not bad.
Is it bad?
All right. So what's the CR of this thing? Okay.
You
No, sorry. That's 17 because again, proficiency.
Plus 2. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
proficiency,
this
yeah,
is a
yeah.
specialist
Yeah.
kind of check. Yeah.
Okay, so the check was not high enough to harvest the monster's brain. And because of the state of the carcass, I'm going to say the blood is out of the question. But you can harvest the eyes or the heart if you want.
Nice.
Or both. Because I don't think there's a rule against doing both.
Well, then both.
Oh,
You
if they
may
succeed by
both.
5 or more, you may choose any so no, it'd be one or the other.
I mean, can we know what the point of one or the other? Because sometimes it varies from monster to monster according to the creature component entry, like what the special component is.
Mm.
So you don't know what the special if there is a special component for this creature, you don't know what it is, but you know that the eyes and the heart will function the way they would as listed in the creature components, where eyes would grant you invisibility to weird snake, shark, eel thing, and heart would give you a scroll of protection from said creature.
Oh,
But that's all that you know without doing further experimentation with even those two components.
Okay, we'll just call this an eel shark from now on, because otherwise that's way too many syllables.
Shark Eel O'Neill.
Shark
Shazam!
Oh my god.
Wait, no, that it was
him.
Shaq. Yeah, we talked about that already.
Holy crap. Son of a bitch.
CR, so.
But it's also kind of eel shaped, so it's like shark eel, eel.
Well, what do we want more? To be invisible from it, or to?
The protection thing seems good. No.
Yeah.
The invisibility also lasts for an hour without concentration and doesn't disappear when you attack.
Yeah,
I think.
we need to steal some eggs from it or whatever. That could be.
It functions in the same manner. It doesn't require concentration, lasts up to an hour, but it functions in the same manner as the spell invisibility.
Oh, so it does it if you attack, right? Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And protection from monsters just gives it disadvantage to the person that has the protection, right? When it tries to attack.
Yeah, it's like protection from evil and good, except for specifically this monster.
It would also prevent it from charming or fearing the person if it had those sorts of capabilities, because we don't know what it is.
I think the invisibility thing seems cool.
We can make people normally invisible, like the normal state of being invisible.
But this also that would save a spell slot though.
Just hide better.
Just hide better. Yeah, or just everyone get proficient in stealth.
I'm fine with either. Either seems very good.
Yep, you're the one doing the surgery, so
agreed.
I am fine with whatever.
So I think while you're doing the dissection and the surgery or whatever, Celsia will like come over and stand nearby, like she's standing guard. Like, I'm brave enough to be nearby this
instantly,
guts input, and I'm just gonna make a quick con save, and then she's like, and she steps away.
Don't you contaminate that corpse.
Taking the heart.
No, she stepped away. She went back to the river and is like,
don't you contaminate the river.
That's fine. Okay. It's gross. It smells really awful.
So Casey, are you're keeping note of all these things that you grabbed?
Well, just the heart.
The troll and the.
Oh well, the troll is already being integrated into.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this thing's heart can at least be the protection from.
But there is a chance that it can be used for like a specific thing, like the troll's heart can as well. Can you research that later?
Yeah.
We can make it into shark eel hat.
Advantage on dunk attacks.
Okay, wait. Before I commit, can I use? Yeah, could I make an Arcana check to see what I could envision it being? I guess from the two parts that I know that I can harvest.
Yes.
If I could, okay.
But I'm gonna say make it with disadvantage.
Okay.
I need to be proficient to help, right?
Damn, you got this.
Yes, you need proficiency to help. You don't know.
Holy fuck!
A specific, like what it is.
I don't know what it is, but
But mechanically, you can learn. You learn that this creature is the creature type aberration.
Ooh.
It's a fancy word for gross.
Oh no. Okay. I'm getting a hunch. I'm taking the eyes because they're also actually more difficult to Checking the eyes. If I know it's an aberration. Yep.
Okay.
It's a reverse course. And yeah,
Scalpels at the heart.
Yeah, pivot.
I like how
hard
you like.
pivot
Yeah.
up.
What's the journey from that? Like to get from.
The funny thing is, like, you all
Tevka
see,
crawls
like,
into the thing and then pops out the face, holding the eyes, like ta-da!
I was
It's an
gonna say she's
aberration.
crouched
They're
at,
all
like,
in the same
middle,
spot.
and then she gets up and walks, 10 feet to the head of the thing. Like, it's an actual journey.
Yeah, it's like a Telltale adventure game. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pick this up, and then like pick it up, and like, okay, I put it down, and then I just go pick it up.
Shark Eel O'Neill will remember this.
Shark Eel, yep. All right, so
All
we
right.
actually have a potion of invisibility against this species of aberration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The species of aberration or of aberrations?
Not aberrations. It's this specific creature.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And that item has to be crafted, I guess.
Yes. So you have
Potions
the
are only a day
components
though,
for
right?
I believe so.
All right. Back on the boat.
Territory.
So this, it actually probably would have exploded somewhere further upriver, right? So
we didn't see any cause of it. It is an aquatic creature, we determined.
You're fairly certain this creature does live in the water.
It's not from around here. Do you have any idea what this thing is, Irynyx?
Did. Without further data, I'm afraid I cannot narrow it down further, but it has some very fancy eyeballs.
Is it dangerous? Like,
in this state? And then looks to like Squall, I guess, like dripping like
I don't mean right now. I mean, if there's more of them.
Well, I do not know this kind of territory it would claim. Indeterminate. In any case, I would stay away from those parts. The sharp ones.
As you all are boarding the boat again, you get the sense that there are creatures in the forest that now are approaching this carcass that has been brought ashore. And you see, as you're setting off back down the river, you see a group of wild dogs, wolves, starting to feast on this thing.
I hope so.
All right, so that was the end of that day. So by the next morning, you're pretty much all the way through that lake that's along that river. And then you spend the next part of the day.
Can we see the Starling estate from the lake?
That is a
from
good
the lake.
Question. How big?
I'll let.
Yeah, probably. Can you see
it's
from
a big lake, but
yeah. Well, can you see from one shore of the lake to the other?
Yeah, you would be able to.
Okay, then yeah, you can see the Starling estate is this like massive manor, like very wealthy looking, sort of like clearly lavish, and even from afar you can tell it's like, wow, whoever lives there must be pretty fucking wealthy. And it kind of rises out, it's like right by the lake, it's like on the lake. And it kind of rises up and you can see like multiple buildings too. It's not just one, it's just like a small cluster of buildings. It looks almost Rivendell-esque, except obviously not like elven, but very, very fancy. And you can definitely tell that she's looking a bit forlorn in that direction.
Squall weighs up if anyone would notice if he steered a little closer.
I think she would notice. If you see any other boats, row faster.
All right. passing through that lake.
Which way should we... Yeah, we're going this way to the Moon Temple, right?
I'm assuming you're... Yeah,
Well-
unless you wanted to go to the larger lake.
Well, we don't know which way is faster, right?
That's true.
I mean, we don't know where this could be here. This could be here.
Right.
I think
You
we're
know.
more
It could not
likely to
even be in
encounter
that
the
hex.
Sharkill family if we
Yeah,
go to the
it could
bigger lake.
also I guess
How-
this route makes the most sense. The left.
This lake is all, or this route is also more river, so you'd be able to go more with less
That's correct.
paddling. You know,
Right.
yeah, you'd be able to coast more. Whereas
I
this
like
you have
it.
to paddle through the lake.
I bet Aerashka has done
Um,
like approximately 0 rowing, so
You don't need to estimate.
I know.
Approximately, give or take 0.
I mean, I feel like this boat would at least have a sort of sail too, right?
Yeah, I've been confused by this. Like, we have to always be rowing storyline.
It's like my
Well, you don't
metro.
necessarily have to be rowing if the current is just carrying us.
right.
Lazy river.
You know, the sail thing is a good point. I think a boat of this size probably would have a mast and a sail, but obviously in the forest it wouldn't do you any good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to put that down.
I mean, all right.
But yeah, so once you get through that lake, you now leave the forest behind you and are heading south through the open plains and this area down here. And you get to about right here. And the current is picking up now. As the further south you go, the faster the river gets. And you get to about that spot. And there's hills on both sides of the river, obviously, but on the east side, you do see what looks like it could be some sort of remnants of a structure of some sort.
Stop the boat.
Okay, it takes like 20 minutes. I honestly don't know how long it takes to stop a sailboat. You're like,
you gotta spray all the salt water off. You gotta roll the sails. Yeah. Go connect it to shore power. Yep.
just throw the anchor overboard. Yeah.
So you bring the boat to a stop.
Mhm.
And let's see, it was morning. You're looking at about around supper time right now.
How many
Like,
days
it's
it's
not
been out
quite
of Stag Hollow, sorry?
Like,
out of Stag Hollow 1, 2. This is like the second end of the second day.
Okay.
End of day.
Yeah. And you have the hills before you rising up, and you can see now that you're out and kind of approaching this structure, you can see that it resembles the Sun Temple. It looks like it was a squat tower of some sort. But unlike the Sun Temple, this one is much more, there's much less of it standing.
Da-na-na-na.
Hark! Remnants of a lunar ruin.
I will
Being theatric.
I will ask to be sure. Are you taking the mule with you, the donkey with you?
I mean, if we leave it on the boat, it's just bait for my boat. I kind of don't want the...
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll bring it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And once we're out of the boat, like I'll start strapping on my armor and shit.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You head up the hill towards this. There's, unlike the other one, there's no sign of, because the Sun Temple was in the middle of a pass that went through the mountains. There's no sign of a trail or anything leading up to this at all. It's gives you the sense that it's pretty secluded. And when you get up the hill, you have a pretty good view and vantage point of the region around, to the point where you can actually see in the very distance, you can see where the water is going over the edge of Corwin and plummeting down through the air to the surface below.
Yeah, let's not bring the boat there.
You do, and again, much like the Sun Temple, you see similar statues or remnants of said statues of humanoids, and you see the downward pointing crescent iconography is featured prominently.
Wait, you
on
said we
here.
saw the same, like the older statues in the Sun Place. So the older statues probably weren't even the Medusa.
Correct. Those were regular statues. Like there's the three
Yeah.
regular statues in the alcoves.
Gotcha.
And then the posed goblin statues all over the place.
The previous destination, Irynyx foretold weal and woe. What has Irynyx to say? Example.
I've been thinking on Division some more while we've been traveling. That's why I've been so quiet. But
I am glad your
That's
thoughts
the
are full.
I think we're getting closer. I remember Temple Division did have a but I don't think I remember it being among trees in almost like a forest, I want to say.
That might be the other moon temple. Squall gets out the
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, and
Maybe.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if I think it was the upward facing moon. So yes, I think it might be this. But there may be something in here that's a clue to to what that one holds.
Hey, Nick,
Yes,
do the two moons have names? Like, are they?
Yes.
they do. Let me check your lore handouts because I can't remember them off the top of my head.
I
It's
literally just
upper
read
and
it. Twin
downer.
moons. Here we go. It's Eklim and Thegris. Eklim
Thank
the
you.
Watcher and Thegris the Trickster. Which is which?
Ooh, cool.
So the Watcher would be the large moon.
Which is the
so
teal
this-
one, the
Yes.
the downward facing crescent.
Mm-hmm.
It makes
So
sense. The Trickster
Eklim.
one is like a smiley face.
I didn't catch that
Well,
before, but I like it.
So yeah, the guardian is the umbrella, and
I
Yeah.
love it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So this one would be dedicated to Eklim. Or at least it might
let's
have been
check
back
this
in the
place
day.
out.
Let's.
Be on guard.
All right.
And watch out for any spiders, just in case.
If I see that spider again, I am not losing my chance. It is clearly following us.
Looking up
Dastardly
other
villain.
wild-shaped forms that are not spiders.
All right. And it's a little early, but that is where we're going to call it for tonight. So we will pick up exploring the Moon Temple of Eklim next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Thanks so much for everybody who watched. Thank you for all of the chat tonight. Sublight, I saw Corrupt Kitty was here as well. Kagaran was here earlier. Thank you for cashing in the points for that Mass Bless. We used one of them at least. And we will catch you all. Philion just got here. Yeah, you got here right in time. to
Oh
see us
no,
here.
Faye.
no!
Uh,
Audience expects us to be going later.
They do,
back and watch.
but unfortunately, this is where we are going to call it. So we'll catch you all next week. We're for part 8. So see you then.
Bye.
Bye.